Hey, hi, I guess this is a dumb question. Are you guys out of ads? Are you still like in ad breaks? Wait, hold on. Where's my tail? There's my tail. I am in ad breaks, or I am out of ad breaks. This is the important question. Thank you for the head pat, Peter Jojo, and thank you so much for the tail pat. This is a bad moment to realize I need to pee. No. Go take care of what you need to take care of. Go pee. Go pee. Thank you for the head and tail pat, Chef Hathaway. I am the ads. I'm out of ads. They let me leave the mines. Okay. Okay, I'm going to assume everybody is out of ads. Thank you for the tail pet, Mokoken. You can also just pee yourself. Don't. I encourage you not to do that one, okay? Let me welcome everybody in. Let me welcome everybody in, and let me get a drink. Thank you for the tail pat, Chillum Defoe. So for anybody like expecting me to just start up the stream and immediately drop the big news, like you're gonna have to wait a bit. You're gonna have to wait a bit. I'm sorry. I wanna do a little bit of business as usual before I talk about things, because I don't know how I'm going to feel whenever I talk about those, and I kind of want to save that for a little bit. Thank you for the tail pet, Tokai. Thank you for the tail pet. I need to make food. Go enjoy food. What's for lunch? What's for lunch? Let me welcome everybody in real quick. Let me welcome everybody in and then thank everybody who like subscribed and gave bits and stuff. Like I wasn't really expecting this, and kind of it feels a bit weird. I didn't want to like leave everybody waiting for their for their like thank you for the subscription. Vegetable lasagna and lemonade. That sounds kind of tasty. I don't know if I've ever had a vegetable lasagna. Gonna make scrambled eggs with cheese. Honestly, I don't feel like I eat enough omelets. This is as serious as the D's situation. Come on, Peter Jojo. Come on. Is it me or is a smelly wolf here? I smell good on Wolfies. I haven't taken a shower today and it's been a little bit hot. It is a little bit hot today. I do not like the weather, and I'm kind of roasting in here from my from my lack of air conditioner. I need to like get that up. I don't know if they're going to like try to kick me out again this year or not for that. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you for the tail pet, Guy Kazama. Welcome in Howl Games. Welcome in Petco. Welcome in Chef Hathaway. Welcome in Peter Jojo. Welcome in Mokoken. Welcome in Fulzy. Welcome in V Architect. Welcome in Tokai. Welcome in Poor Lemur. Welcome in Ranma. Welcome in Mr. Pokelips. Welcome in Bush Baby. Welcome in Dachi. Welcome in L. Welcome in Rumblimo. Welcome in Delphman. Welcome in Puddin. Welcome in Chillum. Welcome in Sake Momo. Welcome in Shiroiga. Welcome in Disaster Millennial. Welcome in Sigurd. Welcome in Sam. Welcome in Rua. Welcome in Rattle Me Bones. Welcome in Beemic. Welcome in Blessed Heretic. Welcome in Hanbun. Welcome in Axe Mokuba. Welcome in Anti-Guess. Welcome in Cats 12. Welcome in Jaded Meon. Welcome in Flanzen. Welcome in Bratherin. Welcome in Guy Kazama. Welcome in Richard Rebuttal. Welcome in That Genie Problem. Welcome in G-Cube Dude. Did I miss anyone? If I didn't say your name, you have to, you know, like, let me know. Yell at me. Hi, gamers. How's it going? How's stuff been for all of you? And welcome into all of our lurking friends. And thank you all so much for all the head and tail pads. Thank you all so much. There were a lot of those while I was doing my thing. You didn't miss me, and that's all that matters to me. Yeah, everybody just like yell at me if I missed your name in particular, okay? Just yell at me if I missed your name. Thank you for the head pat, Peter Jojo. Thank you for the tail pat, Sigurd. Lots of schoolwork lately. Honestly, something like that kind of sounds nice right now. I'm not going to do the third person. I'm sorry. I'll refund you for that one. I'll refund you for that one. You totally missed me. Did I? I thought I said welcome in Peter Jojo, but if I didn't, welcome in Peter Jojo. Let me real quick. I wanna refund that third person. Maybe I turn that one off for the stream. Maybe I turn that one off for now. We'll see. The music. Wait, did the music break again? Did the music break? Every time you say the music, it makes me worried. Is it good? Is it fine? Got 3. I didn't say it 3 times, did I? Stuff is the usual, but with less appearances from you. Hope you're good now, bro. We'll talk about things. We'll talk about things. It changed. Okay, so the playlist is working. The playlist is working. Did I have that like working last time I streamed? It's been a bit. It has definitely been a bit, and I don't remember if that was like up and running the last time I streamed or not. Thank you for the head pat, Bush baby. It's the heart happy type music. Okay, I did have it up and running. It's been a while. I've got a bad memory. There's been a lot of stuff going on, you know, in my life over the last few weeks, but I hope all of you have been well over the last couple weeks. Like, I know we haven't seen each other for a while, and like, I know I kind of disappeared there for a bit in the OMV card. Also, hi Jake, how are you today? How's Friday treating you? So I want to get this out of the way, like immediately. I'm not going to jump straight into like talking about everything, because like I said, that may or may not be something that has me feeling kind of, sort of not great, and I don't really want to start out stream on like a bad note and like, you know, maybe cry, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not always the most in charge of my own emotions, but I won't phase. I want to let you all know. Like, I do not intend on like graduating or anything like that. Like, this is not a graduation stream. This is not a graduation stream. You don't have to worry about me like necessarily immediately going anywhere, but there's some stuff to talk about. Thank you for the tail pat, Denji. How are you today? Are we dying, boys? I'm sorry. I didn't want to like. I didn't want people like speculating and stuff, so I just kind of kept my mouth shut until today. I apologize. I apologize, Owen Face. I know that was probably hard, and like, it's not really an easy situation. Thank you for the head pat, Petco. He lives. I live for now. I live for now. You guys aren't getting rid of me just yet. You guys aren't getting rid of me just yet. At the same time, the faster you do it, the more likely you can have a great stream. Today I probably won't be doing like a full length stream. We'll see where things are at after, you know, we talk about things. We'll see after that. We'll see after that. My overthinking butt got too worried. I apologize. It happened, bros. He's unfrigged. I'm sorry to have to break it to you, Awomfies. You do not have any little heck houndlings to worry about just yet. Sorry. I'm not pregnant yet. Give me like another week or two. We'll see where that goes. Surprise until it's done, Alundra stream. You got me. Can I name one puppy of the litter? No, because there are no puppies. I'm not pregnant. Thank you for the tail fat, Jay. Yeah, that's wrong. I'm preg with houndlings. No, I didn't do anything like that either. But welcome in, Horwell's awesome. Welcome in, Nuna. Welcome in, Abigail. How are all of you? How's your Friday treating you? Yet another week. Yeah, so just you know, you never know where things are going to go in another week's time. Give me a week. Come on, phase. We'll see. I love your bros. Stay starving. Don't make me laugh so hard at work. Oh, what did I say? Am I funny, Awomfies? Am I like a clown to you? Am I like a clown to you? Do I need to get a big old clown nose up on screen? Well, listening while I unpack. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Did you unpack? Did you move or something, Abby? I have been like so out of the loop, more out of the loop than usual on all of my friends lately. I feel bad about that. I feel bad about that. A cute clown. The red streak wasn't your clown. No, that's not a clown nose. Noses go over the nose. Noses go over the nose. We Shop Wednesday. I thought I maybe removed that one from the rotation. There was some song that was getting me like a copyright strike. But yeah, how have you been, Alonphase? How have you been? How's the last like 3 or so Horrorless weeks been treating you? And again, I have to apologize for that. I also moved. I did move. I hope you both had nice moves. I hate moving. It is one of the worst things ever in my opinion. I can't stand moving. It's not fun. It's a lot of work. It's a pain in the butt. I thought my dog died, but then you came back, so I'm not a dog. I'm not a dog. Thank you for the head pat, Peter Jojo. I too hate moving. Yeah, moving is one of the worst things you can do. I won't phase if any of you have like lived at the same place all your life. Like obviously, I don't think most people want to like live with their parents like all their life if they can avoid it, but like more power to you if you do, because it's expensive to live on your own. It's expensive to live on your own. But if you can get away with like not moving all of your life, like that's a big thumbs up for me. Moving sucks. Moving sucks. Like don't settle in a place that you're going to be unhappy at, but try to move as little as you can, because I'm the kind of person where like I move like every, I don't know, like 2-3 years or so, and it's not great. It's always very stressful, it's very sweaty, it's always hot, it sucks. It sucks. Hi Krufix, how are you? How's your Friday going? I live with grandma because someone has to take care of the old witch. Hey, be nice to granny, be nice to granny. That's really sweet though, Peter Jojo. I moved my roommate. You two had better not be him in disguise. I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think your fellow Womfies are likely to be anyone you know, but feel free to correct me on that, Womfies. Feel free to correct me. Bought some colors. Missed the Mr. Pie restock. Got a retro ding. About halfway through Atrian Odyssey 4. That sounds like a good few weeks, honestly. Makes it good. Saw Star Wars Episode 3 in theaters again. The audience popped up harder at Anakin and the younglings than Cap lifting the hammer? What is Cap lifting the hammer? I don't know what that means. Honestly, I won't phase. I like theaters that rerun older movies. I like that a lot. I feel like the context around like older movies probably changes a lot. So like seeing them at different time periods seems like it would be a totally different experience. Cap lifting the hammers from Avengers. Don't worry about it. Okay, I have never seen a single. Wait, no, I've only seen like the Doctor Strange movie, I think. I actually have to go. So fun heart. Bye, Sigurd. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for the 21 months, Cromwell. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Living with my elderly parents so they don't do something stupid like put Wi-Fi on the refrigerator. Why is that stupid? Why is that stupid? Sometimes you're out in the kitchen and you want to like pull up a recipe on the fridge. My family and I used to move like every 2 to 3 years when I was young. I know the pain and stress of moving a lot. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. And it's kind of made me want to really like downsize on what all I take with me whenever like, downsize on my living space and like what I have. Mood whiplash, lost my job and got rehired by another department with a raise. Okay, I'm sorry to laugh about that, but that's kind of a funny series of events. I'm glad to hear you got a raise. I hope your like newer job isn't more stressful. Jesus, Haru. Hey, he got hired back. A man gets his legs broken and you laugh at. No. It wasn't legs breaking. I think you'll find that only someone who is worthy may lift Thor's hammer. At times, Thor has been unable to lift it himself, so Captain America lifting it is very nerdy, and I'll stop now. Yeah, I've never been super into, Marvel stuff. Sorry. Thank you for the head pat. How are you doing, Charles? And thank you for the 2 months, Hal. What's up? How is your Friday treating you, Hal? broke his legs and got bionic replacements. I don't know where you guys are reading that in between the lines. Also, hi, Talon. We haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, like, I intend to be back at One Phase. I intend to be back, like, next week starting as normal. I was actually planning to... I talked about this a few times. Actually. I was kind of planning to start streaming even more often than I already was, and, like, some things kind of got in the way of that, and I don't know... I'll talk about that stuff more later, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that in a bit. At least someone there appreciates me. I'm glad somebody recognizes you for your hard work. New position is a desk job, so I feel a lot less like a withered shell of a man at the end of the workday. Okay, I'm super glad to hear that, and I'm super glad that you got a raise on top of that. That sounds all good. I got fired as a substitute and got rehired as an actual full-time teacher. That also sounds good. It sounds like, honestly, most of the Awamfes are, like, you know, on the up and out. Is that what that means? Hi, Vera. How are you? Thank you for the 12 months. Hope you're hanging in there okay, Haru. We'll discuss the hard stuff. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a bit. We'll probably like, I don't know, talk for like an hour or two or something before we discuss that. And see, I'm not trying to like drag it out or anything, but I don't know how that's gonna make me feel. I have discovered about myself on One Phase. I've discovered about myself. I am not good at... How do I put this? I am not good at predicting my reactions to different situations as well as I thought I could, I guess. Hi, generic username name. I haven't seen you in a bit. How are you? How's your Friday treating you? Is dying, but he can't go back to Hex, so he's going someplace worse now. Detroit. I won't be. Have you ever seen the one in action-packed trip to Detroit image? Hold on. Let me pull that one up. Action-packed trip to Detroit. I love this one so much. No, not Detroit. If you happen to be the unlucky person at One Phase who wins this, hold on. Let me pull this up. If you happen to be the unlucky person who won this, they would throw you in. They would throw you in the back of like a police car, and they would ship you off to Detroit, and you could not say no. Win an action-packed trip to Detroit. This was like a tie-in for some like. I guess it was like a pre-made burger in a pack or something. That sounds like the most unappealing thing ever, but it was for Human Revolution, of all things. I don't really know why they did a crossover with like a burger thing. Wrestlers, yeah. I've never seen these before. Do they like sell these in the US? Is that a thing? I've never seen these like once before in my life outside of the win an action-packed trip to Detroit thing. Did you win that? No, thankfully I did not win the action-packed trip to Detroit. Thankfully. We're right. Snoggered now. I don't have that much time, but I can always watch the VOD. Don't worry if you have to go anywhere. If you've got your own stuff going on One Phase, like I always tell you guys, like, put your own life first. I always want you guys to, you know, take care of yourself. I always want you guys to make sure you're doing, what's right for you. Imagine being in Detroit and winning that prize. Oh, okay, you guys are saying, you guys are saying that's European food, so I'm going to have to assume that, I'm going to have to assume that you can't get it in Detroit. Hi Dante, hi Great Ninja, how are you? It's British gas station burgers. So they only sell them like in Britain, Europe? I don't know, I've never seen them before. Thank you for the head pat, Peter Jojo. You're going to Super Detroit, buddy? Honestly, I don't know if that's better or worse. Human Revolution came out about 7 years ago. Did it? I think if I remember right, doesn't Human Revolution take place in like 2027 or something? In 2 years, the entire world is going to become Deus Ex Human Revolution MLVs. Please look forward to the pee filter being applied over your eyes. Somebody's gonna come by and they're gonna pee in your eyes, and that will change how the entire world is. Where's my augmentations? Honestly, you don't want the Human Revolution style ones. Last time I was in Detroit for Raisins, I heard gunshots outside my hotel room that night. No joke. It really was action-packed. I'm trying to think. I've been at one place for sure. It was an actual place that I like lived that there were gunshots outside of my house on a few occasions, but I think the worst I ever saw at a hotel. Also, welcome in Vexoli. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely, lovely stellar Friday. I think the worst I've ever seen, like outside of a hotel or motel room, is I think I saw like a drug deal going on outside of one. Like it didn't really seem very subtle. Like somebody like it was one of the ones where like you drive in. Is that a motel? You like drive up and it's like all the individual rooms are like lined up side by side. That was like the kind of place I was staying, and somebody like drove up and like met somebody outside of the room, and like they like walked up to each other and did some kind of exchange, and like the one person that like showed up there just like got in their car and they drove back off. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they were buying off of these, but I've been in a few not so great places before. I hear that PC fan going. What are you hiding back there? That's just from like my computer running with OBS and stuff. Like, you gotta realize it is insanely hot right now. It is insanely hot. I won't phase. Detroit, Greece. That's not a place, right? Right? In 2 years, the entire world is going to be Detroit. Then we can all live in Deus Ex Human Revolution. I won't phase. I gotta be honest, I couldn't really get into, what was the second one called? Mankind Divided? So, sorry, I guess I mean, what was the fourth game in that series called? Cause, I am forgetting the first game and, Invisible War. Very, very important games in the series. Everybody loves Invisible War. Everybody loves that game. He's been gone for a month and he's still a darn PTuber. I'm not a PTuber. But you know, with the P filter, somebody's going to come by and they will install it for you. They'll install it for you so that you can see the world in the way it's meant to be experienced. Your computer is running. Why did you put legs on it? Ha ha ha. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. I've actually kind of been like, I've been kind of worried lately in the last like month or two, cause I've been seeing this thing where like if my computer ever goes into sleep mode, there's like a 50 or so % chance that it won't wake back up whenever I like jiggle my mouse around or start like pressing things on my keyboard. And since it's doing that, I don't know. I don't know if it's like dying. Oh, I know the fix for that. Do you? I like Googled it once or twice and I saw there was some like hotkey combination that was like Windows key Alt Shift B or something, but that didn't do anything for me. That didn't do anything. I have been having to like hard reboot my computer every single time that happens, and it's such a pain in the butt. My time runs short. Mr. Mizuki, whatever it is, may be strong and happy and everything else goes well. If anything bad happens, we're here for you. Love you, be well. If you gotta go, Peter Jojo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. It's advantageous to occasionally fire off random gunshots in the neighborhoods to keep your property values down. I imagine that might, like, scare some people out of there, you know? Some people may, like, move out of the neighborhood, and honestly, probably good, right? Houses being sold probably has some sort of benefit to someone, somewhere. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know how this stuff works. Control-Shift-Windows B forces graphics drivers to reset. We may have discussed that in No Hires Allowed. I had the issue a year or so back. Yeah, I tried that one. It doesn't work for me. I've even tried, like, my first thought was like switching my, so I use, my main monitor is, it uses a DisplayPort cable, and like I've tried like swapping that to HDMI and then like swapping it back, and it still just doesn't work. Like none of my monitors seem like they're getting a signal. They're all like, they're all powered on, I can tell, because it's like the thing where it's like a black screen and your monitor is powered on, but like there's no video signal or so. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not good at diagnosing this stuff. Sorry, you have to go back to VGA, the best cable. God, those are such a pain in the butt to move around though. Like you have to unscrew both of the little thingies. I hate those. I hate those. P counter redeem. I don't think you want that. It's okay to forget Invisible War. Sorry, forgot Invisible War. How can I learn this power? Okay, so here's my confession for all of you. I know some of you are probably going to hate me for this. Also, did I welcome you in, Variable Gil? If not, hi. How are you doing? How are you today? If you want to hate me for this, that's fine. But like, I've tried Deus Ex quite a number of times. The original. I can't do it. I can't do it. That game is not for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I won't face. I know some of you are going to like unfollow and unsubscribe, and you're going to like dox me and find my home, and you're going to come like decapitate me in the middle of the night for this opinion, but I can't get into it. I can't get into it. I'm sorry. What about if you streamed it? Maybe more fun? I don't know. The furthest I've ever got is, I remember it's like past Paul's apartment and you're like on some roofs with some snipers or something. I think, is that a place or am I making that up? Also, hi Momomo. How are you? More houses for everyone. My laptop's going on 7 years old. RAM isn't ramming like it used to. Either sputters or runs just fine. So, I don't understand how you can have a... Like, I'm not super into, like, the hardware side of computers, but I don't understand how you can, like, have a computer and, like, nothing changes about your computer, but over the years it starts running worse. Is that due to, like, part degradation? Thank you for the head pat, Rattle Me Bones. Is that due to, like, part degradation, or is that due to, like... OS updates, or is it like software stuff getting all gummed up? I don't know how that stuff works. I don't know how that works on One Phase. I remember Invisible War because that game literally gives you free stuff for playing a female character. What? What? Are you serious? Are you serious? There's a magic game where magic only works because if people believe it, magic guns are completely silent because movies make people think they work that way, but they actually just teleport the gunshot sound. So slow. What game is that? Honestly, that sounds kind of great. I remember you guys describing a while ago, there was some, I think it was like a pen and paper, like RPG game, like a tabletop board game, where it had a similar thing you guys were describing to me, where like magic is incredibly insanely powerful, but it only works if like if you personally believe in it. So it's like you can have just a regular person beat like a powerful magician because they don't believe that the magician can do anything. Thermal paste can dry out and become less effective as well. Dust is a big killer for computers. Causes overheating if it's not dealt with. Mostly software. Phase. Here's my tip for you for the day for computer maintenance. If you ever go into your computer to like spray, what's it called? Compressed air. If you're ever going in to spray compressed air, Phase. Make sure like you're really careful spraying at your fans and make sure they're like disconnected, because that can actually like if you are spinning your fans, like I think it's in reverse, it can like send a current back into your computer and like fry some of your hardware. So be careful about that. Be careful about that one, Phase. I go with the paintbrush. Oh, to clean out dust? Hi DTW, thank you for the 14 months. How are you? How's your Friday going? Sorry I'm late, was busy at work. Hi DTW. You don't ever have to be sorry. Real life comes first. I love a million times love seeing you guys, but never be sorry. Hi Slink, how are you? I just held a screwdriver to them to stop them from spinning. Probably a good idea, as long as they don't like break from having a screwdriver jammed in them. That's why slums always have random gunshot sounds in the distance. Honestly, I kind of like that. Heat and dirt and stuff. More like Windows getting worse. See, I've been using Windows 11 for a while now, and like, I'm one of those people, thank you for the head pat, Eastlink. I'm one of those people who very much does not like to have to update my OS unless I have to. And here a while ago, what did I need to upgrade to Windows 11 for? Oh man. There was something. 11 isn't that bad. I know this is a bit of a controversial opinion among some people. 11 isn't that bad. I'm not even running like one of the like long-term service whatever ones. I'm just running regular Windows 11, and like most of the things that I don't like about it, I can fix with this program called I think it's Windhawk. Like it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind 11. I pretty much have it like customized to look like Windows 10, which I had customized to look like Windows 7, which I had customized to look like Windows XP, etc., etc. Hi Ramnor, how are you today? How are you? How's stuff going? Big man. I heard you had problems, so I came to check up on you. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. It's that one. It works if you believe in it, but also other people believing it. So if you want to kill a mage, call the cops on them in public, because cops know magic is dumb nonsense and shoot you. Honestly, I really like that idea for a setting. I like that a lot. I do that all the time. It's fun making them spin. Just don't fry your hardware. Hi Chris. Hi Chris, how are you? I keep my tower on the ground with no sidecar on it for easy access? No, you're not serious, right, Shiroiga? You're going to have so much dust and hair and lint in your computer. Don't do that. I keep my computer up on a table, like raised up off the ground. I don't know how much of a difference it actually makes, but I don't know. I don't like having mine on the ground anymore. Because electric motors are basically mini generators if they run in reverse. Are fans? I guess computer fans would have to have motors in them, huh? I never really considered that. Specifically, I ground myself with my left foot, then use a paintbrush over the circuits to loosen dust. After that, gentle compressed air. That sounds like a good way to do it, but honestly, that sounds like that would take forever. 11's tabs feature is kind of nice. I don't know what you mean by a tabs feature. I have, hold on, let me check. LMFs. I love astounding people this way. Okay, let me go over to Firefox real quick. Select all tabs. Give it a second, right click. Close 853 tabs. Close 853 tabs. And does anyone here beat me? Does anyone here beat me on tab count? I I have close to 1,000 tabs open in Firefox. It used to be, there was a point where I had like 1,500-ish or so, give or take, but like I went through one time and I cleared a bunch out, and now I'm down to like 800. Now I'm down to 800. Guys, my computer works worse over time. I don't get why. Okay, I don't think it's that. I genuinely do not believe it's that. Thank you for the 10 bits, Jay. Only 1,500? Okay, you... who has the most? Who has the most here? Windows Explorer tabs? Wait! Can you open tabs in Explorer? Oh, hold on. Middle clicking stuff like to open a new tab just opens it for me. Hi, Ami, how are you? I have not seen you in like probably a year and a half. How are you doing? Right now I have 8,000 tabs open and I'm not even, I kneel. Everybody, bow down before Ami. Bow down. Tabs are a feature. It should be used. Okay. I won't phase. Let me tell you. Now, I'm not like a programmer or anything. I don't really know how this stuff works. But Firefox, at least, I don't know about other browsers, has a feature where it unloads tabs that aren't being used. And I'm pretty sure that means they don't use any resources if they're not actively loaded in. I can't bow with an emote, so here's a bowl. I've been doing nothing but opening tabs for the past year. Honestly, I respect it. I get antsy if I have more than 10 open. I just, I see things that I'm like, I will need this later. Hold on, let me do a little bit of scrolling. Here's 2 side by side for some perfume. Let me scroll more. Here's like a link to my YouTube studio thing. Here's my Twitch link for some reason. Don't know why I had that open and didn't like close it. Here's like an artist I wanted to look at later on Twitter. Here's the Wikipedia page for all of Britney Spears' discography, right next to the Wikipedia page for all of The Cure's discography. Here's some Mario 64 ROM hacks. Here's some stuff for like merchandise. We have a little bit of everything, Elmovies. We have a little bit of everything here. Here's like a Steam page for a game I was interested in. Here's some music. Harry looking up them Britney beats. Honestly, I've been listening through her discography, and other than like her popular songs, I don't really like a lot of her music, I don't think. I don't think I like a whole lot of her music. Why would I close a tab just to have to go open it again later? Yeah, Album Phase, think of it this way, okay? Think of it this way. If you open tabs over time and you don't close them, and then like you need to go back to the same tab again later, I'm just saying that's going to save you a little bit of time, I'm just saying. And eventually, if you open enough tabs on one phase, maybe you'll have all of the internet open at once. So just a thought, just throwing that out there in case like any of you had not considered that in the past. Harry, there's this magical thing called bookmarks. Never heard of them. Never heard of them. Bookmarks serve the exact same function. You make me so mad. I'm sorry, Pudding. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make anybody mad. I'm just doing what I do. My phone only has 132. I had enough on my phone here a while ago that Firefox on my phone was saying, and I quote, I don't know how many it takes to get to this, but it said infinite on the tab counter, which I think is more than 99. So I don't know how many I had on Firefox Mobile. Is over 15,000 tabs open too many? Is that how many you have, generic username? Do you have over 15,000 tabs? If so, you win. You win. But I went through my mobile Firefox tabs here a while ago, and it was at infinite tabs. It was at infinite tabs, and I went through and I eventually closed them all. I got through them all. And basically what I did to close them all of these is I went through and I looked and I was like, do I need this anymore? No, close it. Is it something that I want to look at later? Yep, ship it off to my desktop tabs instead. That's what I consider cleaning out my tabs. This is like those insane people who have everything saved to the desktop without folders. Guess how many tabs the Great Delph has open? 5? 5. Thank you for the 5 bits, blessed. But I am not a dog. I'm not a dog. None? How are you watching me with no tabs open? Hari has more tabs than I have jokes. How do you have none open? Are you like watching me on the Twitch app or something? Isn't that like a gross experience? I don't know, like I never really like using the Twitch app. It's not like awful. Gonna put your files in a folder that I have to open. That's an extra clip. Just throw it all on the desktop. Let me look at my desktop on phase. What do I have here? How many do we have per row? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I have 3 rows of 14 things each on my desktop right now. And like a lot of those are just things that like I do use my desktop as a place to put things that. Thank you for the head pat, Cheryl. Also, welcome in, Aura. How are you today? I don't think I've ever had more than 10. Honestly, if you can get away with that, keep it that way. Keep it that way. Stay pure. Stay pure on phase. But I tend to use my desktop as like a place to put things that I want to very much keep in mind. Like stuff that like I put it on my desktop, and honestly it's kind of getting crowded up with a bunch of like what do you call those shortcuts to a bunch of different like programs that I need to get rid of. But like I have like the stuff that I need to deliver on from the Donathon on my desktop so that I see that every time I open my computer. I have like a thing I've been working on for you guys that I have on my desktop so that I see that every time I open my computer. This one could probably stand not to be on the desktop, but I have this on my desktop. I have this one on my desktop. I'm sorry, this one's too funny to me. This one's too funny to me, always. I still haven't deleted this one. That's a good screenshot. I know that's going to, some people will have some strong feelings about this. I find it funny. I find it funny, always. Alright, we'll close this all. Always, I never intend to close you guys. I'm not coming to close you. I'm not coming to close you. Hi Zero, like how are you? Haru, I hate this. It's not supposed to be like, it's a funny thing, not a horny thing. Okay? It's a funny thing, not a horny thing. Don't make it weird. If you make it weird, that's on you. Do you turn off your computer when you go to bed, or do you put it into sleep mode? It depends. It depends. Like, a lot of the time I will, thank you for the Tailpet Zero, like, a lot of the time I turn my computer off if I am, I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. And if you assume it's a bad thing, that's on you. But like if I'm like seeding torrents or anything like that, I will like leave my computer on overnight. So it just depends. It just depends on Wolfies. It's a funny horny thing. You know what? Fair. That's a fine enough way to put it. I just find it funny personally. Seeding turrets is ontological good. I don't know, like I like to leave stuff run until I have returned what I have taken. That is the That is the morally just thing for me to do, Alonphase. That is the morally just thing for me to do. The setup for it was great. I have to be honest, I don't remember what the setup was. I think it was something like I said my shoes are like part of me and I can't take them off or something like that. And then you guys started talking about me like not having removed any of my clothes for like the last 2 years or something. Oh right, Alonphase. We're 6 days away from my anniversary, and I gotta be honest with all of you, I don't currently have anything planned for that. I've been like out of commission. I was working on stuff really hard like 3 weeks ago before my big break, and then I got sick, and I was more or less like stuck in bed for the duration of that. Just wing it. Honestly, I have an idea for what we might do. I might do another 24-hour stream. I have a plan for that one, always. I have a plan for that one. If I can't get anything cooler, I do have a backup plan ready that I can do. I got in the habit of turning mine off as little as possible back in the mechanical drive days. Honestly, I think it's a hard habit to break. If you come from like... Are SSDs still optical discs? Well, if you come from like the hard drive era, if you come from like the hard drive era and not the SSD era, it's a hard habit to break because it used to genuinely take like upwards of like I don't know, like 5-10 minutes to like boot up your computer. It wasn't great. It was not great. SSDs don't have moving parts. Do they not? Isn't there something where, like, as you use an SSD, it slowly degrades over time because it can only write to its, like, sectors a certain number of times or something? 30 minutes? 30 minutes! I don't think I ever experienced a hard drive that took that much. How did your taxes go? Hi, pregnant Adam Sandler. So... I haven't done taxes ever still. I know I said I was going to. But I don't know how. Hari, you need to? I don't know how to do taxes! SSDs have a write lifetime you can check with Crystal Disk Info. I didn't know that. I'll need to look into that. Your fans are making Silent Hill noises. Sorry, it's really, really hot, so they're probably going to kick in more often than usual. I need to message my my landlord and be like, hey, group anniversary JO sesh? No. Nope, sorry. Alonphase, I like it, but I don't know about that one. Having your computer on all the time stresses your fans. Turning it off and on stresses your hard drives. Fans are cheaper to replace. That's fair. Delete the stream? You just admitted to a felony? Huh? I don't know how to do taxes! I'm so glad I'm in a nation that I don't need to do tax. Okay. Alonphase, I have a question for you. This may or may not turn into politics discussion, so watch yourself. Watch yourself, Alonphase, okay? But if the tax man already knows how much money I'm making, why do I need to tell the tax man how much money I'm making, huh? If he already knows, why is he asking me? Why doesn't he just, like, you know, maybe tell me how much I need to pay, perhaps? Because of lobbying by tax solving company. Well, how did that become a thing to begin with? So you can mess up and they can charge you more? That doesn't sound legal. Oregon Town TurboTax snipers are locking on. I don't think they can kill me. Alonphase. Hard, not knowing how to do something doesn't forgive you for doing the crime. Well, I mean, if I don't know how to jack a car and I accidentally like jack a car and then like we go into like the court of law and like I can prove that I demonstrably do not know how to jack a car, that gets me off the hook, right? You wouldn't jack a car, a guy named Car. Still a crime. That's still a crime. What if it's a situation like, what if I need to jack the car? What if there's like, say, what if say I don't know, like I'm getting shot at, so I jack the car to get away. Is that still illegal? Is that still illegal? Opportunity for a middleman to middleman. I don't know. That's exactly why I don't need to do taxes in Germany. They already know, and the only reason I wouldn't do taxes is to double check and see where I could potentially save some. Is that how like tax returns work? Mainly in case you're an independent content creator who receives money from a non-traditional source, but it's still all going to my bank, and they know that, right? Right? Your Honor, Hari said it's not a crime because I didn't know. No! Don't. I have never taken a law class in my entire life. Tax evasion is way more common than the sheep in chat think, Haru. Chat's don't need to pay them, you're good. One Phase, do I have the riz to not pay my taxes? What do you think? Am I enough of a Rizzler that you think they'll let me slip on by without paying, perhaps? Didn't expect Hari to talk about jacking. Come on now! Come on now! I'm sorry, bro, the stars aligned on that clip. Saul Goodman could not save you. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. Hari, please take the time to talk to your family or whoever about this. Yeah, my family. Yeah. Haru, the only people who have that riz are the rich people. No, you don't. I won't face, for all you know, I could be like independently financially wealthy. Maybe the big thing, maybe the news I've come to talk to you all about is like I won the lottery. Yep. What would you think of that, huh? Would you have anything to say to me then, I won't face, huh? But then you just hire a tax guy. Maybe I don't need to. Private businesses actually need to file their taxes 4 times. Wait! Do I count as a private business? As somebody that's self-employed? Oh man. Am I like more in trouble than I thought? No? Oh, okay. Okay. Probably, yeah. Oh man. Actually, they might not know exactly how much you made and could open an investigation to find out. You're making me a little bit nervous. Hari, this isn't to me. Pay your taxes or you'll get a prison husband. I don't want that. Have you hired people? No. No. Wait, does getting art as a commission doesn't count, right? Hi, Billy. Hi, Billy. How are you? They charge interest too and charge you for the honor of them auditing. Maybe I gotta look into this tax thing. Hari, just do what I do. Go to irs.com and select opt out of paying taxes. That's not a thing. That's not a thing, okay? You'd know how to do your taxes if that was the case. If you won the lottery, the situation would be so much more messed up in terms of taxes. I would just, like, have someone do them for me, right? Because having somebody do your taxes sounds expensive. I don't know if I can, like... I don't know if I can afford that. Did you incorporate? What does that mean? Self-employed is once a quarter. And a quarter is 4 times a year. Alright, just open up the tax form and put all your money in the income from illegal activities section. That's not a real section, right? I've never looked at a tax document in my life. Wait, it cost me $15 to have somebody do it for. Wait, really? 100% real? It's real? What? No, it's real? Who would be dumb enough to fill that out?
dumb enough to... That's how they busted Al Capone. What? You can't be serious. You're pulling a fast one on me right now, Wolfies. They busted Al Capone because he didn't fill it out? Huh? Oh, okay, it's time for our hourly ad break. You're leaving me a little bit both worried but also interested here. Worried but interested. We will be back after these messages from, I don't know, whoever. Probably like Geico or something. I don't know. I'll see you soon, Wolfies. I'll see you soon. I love you guys. I love you guys. Go pee. Go pee or whatever you gotta do.
Hey. Hi, Alonfiz. How are you? How are you? They couldn't prove that Al Capone was a famous mob boss, but they could prove he wasn't paying taxes on all that money he somehow had, so they sent him off to Alcatraz for it and let him die on that godforsaken rock. Hi, Ty. Hi, Finbar. How are both of you? How's your Friday treating you?
It is so hot in my room, Alonfiz. I was going to say summer, but God, it's only like spring, isn't it? When does summer start? When is it actually summer?
Just figured out that my PS2's CMOS battery is dead. Not sure how bad that is yet. I don't know if a lot of games use like the internal clock for anything. I thought Haru was just partially memeing the last few times. We really should have gone on him harder about this. Look, I don't make a lot of money. If your income is less than $15,000 a year, you're unlikely to be investigated. That's below the point where you pay federal income tax. Thank you, Jaffa Cats. Thank you. Back taxes are a thing they could get you for? What you owed previously and didn't pay? Wait. Oh boy. Haru, we've been shouting at you for like the entirety of April about this. I just don't know how... I just don't know how to do my taxes. Nobody ever taught me Alonfiz. Did you know about the Al Capone story? It's pretty famous even over here. I didn't know about that, no.
You gotta realize, Alonfiz, I don't know a lot about a lot. It'll be fine as long as nobody snitches, right?
Yeah, Alonfiz, we can keep this between you and I, right? This'll be our little secret. This'll be our little secret.
There are people who actually are paid to teach you. Okay, well, why don't they maybe teach me that in school or something? You know, where I'm supposed to be like taught and like educated, perhaps?
Huh? Why didn't they maybe do it there? Also, hi, Alpin. Only problem is that for self-employed people, the standard deduction will exempt you from income tax specifically, but you still have to pay into Social Security and unemployment, so it comes out around 15% regardless of how much you make. Employers usually cover a portion of this, but if you're self-employed, wait, am I supposed to be paying into like unemployment and Social Security for myself? Huh? I don't think I make enough for this. I don't think I make enough money for this. On my way home from work, we'll be listening in audio only mode.
Also, just use TurboTax for taxes. Does that have I am a self-employed individual section? Does it have that? Haru, if I don't know how to make a doctor's appointment, that doesn't mean my health issues will not get worse. Yes, but someone may help you. So someone may be like, hey, let's get you to the doctor. They teach you to do taxes in business class in high school. I never had one of those, and also I dropped out of high school. There's even a waifu visual novel that files your taxes for you when you play it. That one was like... I remember seeing that a while back. That was, That was one that people were like memeing. It was made by like the government and the IRS, but it actually wasn't, right? Hi, Perfect Toaster Setting. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been good. TurboTax is... Wait, it's free? It's free? How? How? TurboTax, hold your hand through the entire process. Okay, Maybe I should like look into this. Just got here, did Haru not pay his taxes? I don't know how to pay taxes. I don't know how to. Like legitimately. That one was like an art collective thing and got into trouble because it was asking for Social Security numbers. What happened if you actually put your Social Security number in? You need to sit down with someone who knows how to do this stuff and sort this, like for real. I'll think about it. I don't know how to find people like that, and I'd be really like nervous around them. I'd have to tell them I'm a VTuber. I don't know if I'm ready for that discussion. I don't know if I'm ready to have that discussion in real life, Alonfiz. You put your Social Security number in the tax form. It has to happen.
Oh, so like it didn't actually like send it off anywhere or anything? Just say content creator. It's I don't know if I like if I like discussing that with people in real life. Can I maybe discuss that with like I don't know, like a fake human or something, like a robot maybe. The waifu one is out of date, sadly. It doesn't work anymore because tax codes changed. But it did work the year it was made. Honestly, I kind of like that. Hari's committed tax. I have not committed tax evasion. I have committed tax. I don't know how. I have committed the lack of knowledge on taxes. There is no joke you've committed tax evasion. The joke is I was never taught how to do taxes. Free for simple filing if they're employees and it's their only income, but probably not for you, unfortunately. I usually have to pay TurboTax about $100. Ugh. Oh man. He's just like Yoshi. Alright, stop standing here and incriminating yourself. Pay taxes after stream. I should probably look into it. See, there was a day where like I started looking into it and it looked really hard. It looked really, really hard. And you guys were saying there was something that like lets you do it for free. And it was something on the like government site and I didn't really, I wasn't really able to find that. Being a VTuber is better than what most people go to accountants for? Well, what do most people go to accountants for? Just ask another VTuber then. Oh, okay. There has to be like a tax man VTuber out there, right? And we could do a collab. We could do a collab. File your taxes for free. What is it? This? Okay, I'll take a look at this after stream time. Did I wait too long for this whole tax thing? Did I wait too long? It's not a maybe. Do your taxes. Maybe. Heart in the mirror. I'm a VTuber. I'm a VTuber. I'm a VTuber. Heart to the text lady. I'm a PTuber. Just tell them you stream retro games on Twitch. It's true. Is femboy an occupation? All criminal income. I live in Canada and taxes are paid differently here. Maybe. I know some things give you a tax return form to fill out. Okay. So my question here is, am I supposed to have like documents for this stuff? Am I supposed to have documents for this stuff somewhere? Yes? Do my Olympics count as dependents? I mean, you guys depend on me. The deadline was half a month ago. Wait, really? Free Tax USA cut it down to $15, even for self-employed multiple income sources. I do dabble somewhat in taxes, but I only know the laws of my country. Oh man, I think I'm in trouble. The deadline was years and years ago because he said he's never paid. I just came back. Are you going? I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. Twitch will have those for you. Okay, maybe I should look for those after stream time. Oh man, this is going to be one of the streams of all time. Oh my god, Hard, you know? Yeah, I know what my social security number is. It's 1. You're not getting the rest. You're not getting the rest. You're risking deportation or imprisonment. Why would I be deported? I don't think I'm gonna get deported. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 9, 0. Oh, isn't the 7 supposed to come before the 8 there? Come for the serious discussion, stay for the tax discussion. What if I just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 on my tax form? What'll happen then? Doing something for the first time is always the most difficult thing to do, so I've heard. Twitch will have them for payouts, Throne will have them. Wait, I need one from Throne too? What about, oh man.
What about through Stream Elements? What about Stripe? What about PayPal? See, this is a thing that's a pain in the butt. Don't become a VTuber. I have all of my money like across like 10 different places, and it is such a pain in the butt anytime I want to see how much money I have. All of those if you use them all independently. Oh god, that sounds so miserable. Okay. Okay. What do you think is going to happen? They will see that whenever they call me in, they will see me. They will see my heartfelt plea, and they will recognize that I am truly clueless, and they will understand and they will help. That is what I expect to happen. Was this the serious talk you were talking about? No. No. Because if you don't pay your taxes, they just boot you if they can't. Wait, really? Well, I can't live anywhere else. Can't live anywhere else. Haru is willing to fight anyone to stay out of jail. Hi, Cookie Robot. How are you? Haru was first. I was first for what? Oh, man. This is not the serious discussion. At least you know your social security number is what I heard. I have my birth certificate laying like... I have it in my hand right now. Do you hear the sounds of me unfurling it? This is...
Now you have to pay more tax. Get owned.
Thank you, Ami. Thank you for the $5. Hi, Haru. You're the first social security... Oh yeah, my number's just 1. My number's just 1. Does this actually have... Oh man, I don't think this has my social security on it. What's this number down at the bottom? I don't think I should read that number out loud, but... Okay, I think my birth certificate doesn't have my social security number on it. I have it memorized though. I have it memorized. I have to punch that in sometime. Need to figure out how much money they gave you through the year of 2024. Oh man. If you work for an employer, you're most likely overpaying. And I'm a NEET. This is my quote unquote job. This is my quote unquote job. I think I'm in for a rough time. Or do you not have your social security number? I know it. I don't think I have a card. Do I need the card? Do I need that? Next, find your credit card. Give us the information on the front and the 3 funny little numbers on the back. I think the numbers on the back are like 8, 9, like 1 or something. I think those are the ones. I don't think you can do anything without those, right? Without the rest of it. On Twitch Payouts tab, there's a drop-down arrow on the top right for tax forms. Okay. Okay. I have a lot of different places that, I have a lot of different places I'm going to have to, look after this. I might... I may need some help. I may need some help. If you're in the Awomfi Court, I may genuinely be, asking for some help in there later, perhaps. Alright, they put kids in jail? They're going to shoot you out of a cannon. How could they put kids in jail? That doesn't work, right? He's gotta remove his shoes, the flashback John Taxman. If the money gets through PayPal, you'll only need the receipts through there. Most of the time, each transaction is labeled. I'm going to also have to, like, have a, like, confirmation for, like, everything that I've bought related to streaming, right? This is part of why I was putting this off. Haru, born confirmed. Yeah, you got me, guys. I've been born. Sorry. Sorry. Sounds a lot more scary than it is. All the sites you use will have a section for forms of what they paid you over the year, because they also report that to the IRS. How do I know if a site's legit or not, or if I'm punching all of my tax information into give me your credit card number .gov.com.edu? How do I know if I'm using a reputable tax vendor on Awomfi's? I did DM you if you need any help. Not an expert, but I've done VTuber taxes and tax streams and streamer taxes for years. I may well take you up on that. This sounds maybe not great.
You need the numbers themselves. If you have a W-2, it probably has.
What's a W-2? I don't know what that is. You need more than the number on the card, but having the card is helpful. Wait, do I need more? Or you need the number more than the card? Okay.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure if you don't breach a certain threshold of taxable income, they won't care. It's still probably good of me to take care of this before it becomes an issue.
What do you mean you don't? What is a bank card? I have never heard of a bank card in my life. What is that?
What is that? R's consistently made enough money from events and such from stream that it puts him at risk. He's not below the radar.
I have not made $15,000. I don't know how much money you think I'm making, Blessed. I have not made $15,000, even in like the last like 5 years combined. I can tell you that. I can tell you that right now.
R's been living under a rock? No, I just haven't done my taxes. Yes and no. You'll only need to prove it if the IRS audits you.
Everyone in the Wolfie Corps, please make sure he gets this done. They're gonna send you to the humorously ironic division of Heck focused on tax evasion. That's not real. It's not real. Why is that humorously ironic?
Joke's on you. All my numbers are in the back of the card. Yeah, Alonfe is like, some of the cards don't have anything on the front, you know? They're not putting kids in jail for tax evasion. Well, what if I just tell them I'm a puppy? What if I just tell them I'm a little puppy?
I'm also pretty sure you're not the first streamer to have this tax-specific epiphany on stream.
If they tell you to buy gift cards, it's definitely a scam. Alonfe, my tax man has implored me to go to my local grocery store and buy $15,000 in Google Play gift cards. I'm not entirely sure why, but we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. If you bought things for streaming, then you might have to report that, but not required. But it's for my benefit.
Okay, this sounds like this is going to be a whole thing. I get the feeling this is probably going to end up being my weekend. Oh boy. Not really.
Can I just like put it off until later? Can I just like do it next year before tax time? Mayhaps, perhaps. That's fine, right? You already did that.
It can go a little bit longer, right? It can probably go a bit longer, I imagine.
Cause like if it's already past the tax period and like taxes are due in what did you guys say, April? Like I still have quite a while until it's next April. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out there. Like I've got some time. I've got some time until April, Alonfees. A bank card is just oh, I have one of those. I do my banking through actually maybe I shouldn't say that. I just somewhat itemized my business purchases last year and already received my refund, which usually means that we're good. I actually have been doing a really good job on that one in particular. Every single dime that I have made from any source of like income at all and any expenditure that I've made at all regarding streaming, I have a big spreadsheet that I keep for that. I've been keeping track of that one so I can know for myself. So that's probably good. It's only
$5,000? I thought you guys were saying it's $15,000.
Or unironically, I think it'd be easier to use the IRS free file document and have someone walk you through because you're not going to understand the terminology of the automatic tax sites.
Alright, you made $4 grand in a month?
Yeah, I'm not rich, Alonfees. I'm not rich. I'm not rich, okay?
Someone donated 15K as a joke.
I have not
made $15,000. R's just a baby.
That only work if you're over 1,000 years old?
Or would that wouldn't only work if I'm over 1,000? I'm over 1,000.
Well, I hope you did it. Sounds like they really needed it. Huh? Did what? You mean put it off? Gift card fraud is quite rampant. They like to target the elderly, threaten them with basic info on the victims that they found online, tell them it's the only way to pay off their debt is through gift cards.
Don't worry, I know the gift card thing is a scam, don't worry.
If you want to pay more, your accruing interest as we speak on back taxes is...
What if, Can somebody, like, claim me as a dependent if I'm a smelly neat? Does that work that way? And do I have to do taxes then? You put it off for every year you've been an adult? Look, well, nobody said that I'm an adult, okay? Nobody said that. You guys are making some real assumptions here. The government can't get mad at you if you never meet a policeman. Yeah, like, what are they going to do if, like, the tax man drops by and they just can't find me here? And they come by another time and, like, I'm not here then either. You know? Darn, guys, you missed the deadline. Oh, well, we'll get them next year.
Now that I think about it, VTuber models are probably tax deductible. Probably, yeah.
Hard, don't joke about not being an adult. Twitch might for real, but okay. I am a fully responsible legal adult of 1,290 some years old. Sorry, Twitch. Elite procrastination. Hardest procrastination powers can't even affect the IRS.
You're gonna forget next year too? This isn't overdue high school homework. This is my tooth is hurting and splurting blood. I can put off visiting the dentist. I mean,
if I was gonna get in trouble, it probably would have happened by now, right? I don't think I make enough money on one fees. I hope. I pray that we have a public counter of my money somewhere, and that number ends at $14,999.99. I pray it doesn't go a cent beyond there. Otherwise, we're gonna have some issues.
My grandma almost got scammed by gift cards. Luckily, her husband made her realize it was a scam, and they were used as Christmas gifts. Oh, that's a sweet outcome for that story. That's a very sweet outcome.
You make more than me? Oh, okay, but I still don't make enough to, like, be on their radar, probably. 15K in a year is the limit for total, but big influxes of 3,000 in a month is a blip. Yeah, a blip's like a small thing, right? Or just fess up to them, be honest. I'm sure they'll only take one limb as a penalty fee. I need those! Hara's adding cheese to the burger? Rich? What do you mean cheese to the burger?
We, the Elmofees, will claim you as a dependent. I mean, they can, but you're a part of their taxes now?
Sorry for the scare, it's $14,600 annually for a single filer, but it's a bit lower for married. Oh man, I haven't made that much. That's called tax evasion, you doofus. If I don't mean to, and I apologize, and I tell them I was never taught how, and I'm genuine about it, like I'm upfront, I think they'll help me. Is this the announcement? No. I want to have a nice, semi-regular stream before we get to the announcement, because I don't know how I'm going to react whenever that comes. I don't know how that's going to, I don't know how that's gonna make me feel. Alright, don't joke about not being an adult.
Hara needs to get a houseboat and go to international waters.
Would that be fine? How does that work if you're, like, living somewhere that isn't a country and you're making money? How does that work? Where's the VTuber accountant when you need one?
So what was the serious discussion?
Soon.
This is a serious discussion? The serious discussion hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, give me until, like, I don't know, the end of the hour or so.
We'll just we'll just talk about a few things, have a few silly discussions, and I'll show off some art like normal. We'll talk about our days. We'll talk about probably where things are gonna go. We'll have a few discussions. We'll have a few discussions, but give me until the end of the hour to procrastinate on that one. I won't phase. Let me procrastinate a little more. Hi, Lady Livy. How are you today? How are you? Nothing is too serious for Hari's mandatory yapping, I see. It's just not something I want to immediately talk about, you know. List your VTuber models as an itemized deduction. It'll save you money. I have so many things I could probably put as a deduction, maybe. See, what I don't understand is like what actually counts as a deduction. Cause like I am a streamer, right? Can I write off like buying a console I'm going to stream on as a deduction? Like genuine question here. Genuine question here about this whole tax thing. I'm good, how are you? I am so hot, oh my god, it is like 1,000,000 degrees. I am ready for air conditioning. Yeah, they are. If you use anything for your job, which is streaming, even game purchases that you stream are deductible, it'll still only really matter for the income tax. You still have to pay self-employment tax. There is a public counter of your money. Bad news, he works for the IRS. Yeah, I need a tax home fee. This is falling into the too stupid to live category. All of chat is telling you this is important. Please stop laughing it off. Take it seriously after stream. We'll see. You can marry somebody that's good at math. Yeah, mathematicians are probably smart enough to like get away with tax fraud, right? Yeah. They'll help you and help themselves to more of your money with fines and interest until it's paid back. Honesty is the best policy in this instance. Uncle Sam will always get his. We'll look into this after stream time. 2 hours Zatsus before gameplay. Yup, it's a regular stream, alright. Look, I just don't want to have that discussion just yet. I don't want to have that one just yet. The funny part is, if you file taxes and do things properly, you'll get income tax in the future years and it'll increase your income. Isn't that stuff already taxed though? Man, I don't get this. That's relatable. It's so bloody hot right now. Yeah, like I really need to get an air conditioner in. Alright, you can get money back. Okay, like how much? How much? Hey Haru, play any cool card games recently? I went to the pre-release event for Tarkir Dragonstorm and I was a very lucky boy. In my group album phase, we had 4 of the most expensive cards from that set pulled. We got two Ugins and 2 Elspeths, and I think the Ugins are like $80-ish a pop, and Elspeth is like $40 a pop. So like that paid for the whole thing. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool on One Phase. I have been enjoying my time with Magic the Gathering on One Phase. I've been enjoying that a lot, and I went back on a different day with my pals because they were like, "Hey, let's go play some cards. I'll get you a few packs," and we did that, and we did a sealed thing of March of the Machines, and my buddy got the really cool lady on One Phase. My buddy got the really cool lady. What is her name? She's like Alesh Norn, I think. She's so cool. She's so cool. Let me pull up a picture of her. I gotta be honest, Elmphase, if you're not into Magic the Gathering, check this out. Check this out. Maybe it's time to change your mind and start playing, cause look at how cool she is. Look at how cool she is, Elmphase. She's maybe made of metal. I gotta be honest, I don't know enough about the lore just yet to know what the Phyrexians are made out of, but she's cool, isn't she, Elmphase? This woman pays her taxes. Yeah, I don't know about that. You've probably gotten back like 10% of the things you've ever paid for on stream? Wait, really? That's not a ton, but it's not an insignificant... Wait, the white parts are harvested bone? Wait, really? That's so cool! cool! That's so cool! We need to get together, make one Awomfi take tax learning, and then become the community tax Awomfi. Okay. Maybe I'll do my taxes. She has such a cool color scheme too. Yeah! Awomfis! Look at the colors on her! Pretty relatable color scheme, huh? I hadn't even noticed that. Her card is kind of a pain in the butt to play against because she just absolutely pumps out value. She pumps out so much value, Awomfis. Did you print out the Henry Murphy card to play with? No! How is curing cancer in the middle of a battle going to help? No offense meant to any Awomfis who have their life at all afflicted by that. I am super sorry if so, but I don't think that is going to help out in the middle of a Magic game. Lucario, Keys, talk about serious discussion thing. Keys. We will have the tax discussion in the Awomfi Cord after stream time. Just remember to remind me, because otherwise I may forget. I didn't pull well, but I went 3-0 at my pre-release. Oh, I went technically 0-3, but in the last match, like, how did that go? In the last match, I was about to get my butt creamed out phase, and I took too long, and so like the tournament operator came over and he was like, all right, it's time to wrap things up, and he made us like flip a coin to decide the winner, and so I got the packs. I got the packs of cards from that Awomfis, and you know what I got whenever I opened up my pack of cards, Awomfis? I got Elspeth. So yeah, I went 0-3 because that was my first time ever playing outside of like just my friend group, and yeah, I didn't do good. I did very bad, and my second game that I played was so unfun because I was playing against I was playing against a deck that was I don't even know what all colors they were running, but like they just absolutely like creamed me with flurry cards before I could even like begin to retaliate on Awomfis. Like every time I put something out on the field, like it was immediately dead. I did not get to touch them once, and I never had anything on my field for more than like the moment I summoned it. But did you have fun? I had fun in the other two games, but specifically that second game, like the match that I went to, or sorry, the pre-release event that I went to, they told me that they were going to do quote unquote Swiss pairing, I think, or Swiss matching, or a Swiss tournament, something like that. And my understanding, Awomfis, my understanding of how that works is they're supposed to basically like pair you up based on what is effectively MMR, like matchmaking rating, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a chance. And whenever I got into the game in the second match, like the guy was sitting there like shuffling his cards, and I was like, man, I'm no good at shuffling my cards. It still takes me forever. Ha ha ha. And the person I was playing against, he was like, yeah, I've just been like casually practicing like shuffling my cards for the last 15 years since I've been playing this game, and I just sit in front of the TV for hours and hours. Thank you for the head pat, Petgo. I sit in front of the TV for hours and hours every single day, and I just practice my shuffling while I like I don't know, do other stuff. And I was like, wait, 15 years? 15 years? Swiss is basically winners play winners and losers play losers. Well, I was the loser in every single match because of how they paired me. You went to Switzerland just to play? Oh yeah, I hopped on board that flight, and I was over in Switzerland, and I had like a fine business suit on phase. I was smoking like a big fat cigar and sipping whiskey by the glass. Trust me, I won't phase. Someone's got to go 0 to 3, and it was me. It was me. I hope I'm more prepared for the next one, because I would like to go to the Final Fantasy one. I agree with Heretic. My stuff is doing backflips in anticipation of the promised serious discussion. Huh? Not that one, your title one? Hold on, Almonfiz. We will discuss that one. Sir, we cured your cancer. No, I'm trying to beat Elesh Norn. She's strong. Is this where the plane crash happened in the Haru 2 game? No, maybe. I don't know where that takes place. You'll have to ask, you'll have to ask the professional team of, Shiroiga, Sam, I believe Vita was helping in that, and I believe Ami was helping. So you'll need to go ask the expert team on that one. That's a secret. Ooh, mysterious Face. You know, it's like that's like plane walking of a sort, right? It's like that's like Magic the Gathering related planes walking. Whenever you're like in a plane crash, because you have to, if you survive, you walk out of it. You walk out of it. The plane crashed in my backyard. Losing every game is still kind of fun, because in the last game, both you know, it's just for fun. I was still trying my best to win, and it was just not happening. It was not happening. I didn't really know how to do like deck building and stuff. It was like my first time that wasn't just against friends. Did you use the bread method to make your decks? Kinda, sorta, not really. I saw a card and I read over it and I was like, this one seems like it's probably good. And then my deck was way too slow. Was it a draft or sealed event? It was a sealed event. I'm scared to do draft because if I go do draft, like everybody else is going to take all of like the cool cards and I'm going to have no idea what I'm doing and I am going to like end up with a deck where like I am going to get creamed every single game again. And I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to win a game or two. I'd like to win a match or two. That'd be kind of nice. That'd be kind of nice to me. If you get Elesh Norn, Grand Cenobite, and Nature's Revolt and play at the same time, you'll kill all your opponents with all of their lands. I gotta be honest though, Viz, I haven't seen too many cards that like impact lands. I know like forever ago that was a thing. Did they kind of step away from that because that wasn't like really fun or something? Hi Aru, how are you? Thank you for the tail pad. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gonna go to sleep. 2:40 a.m. and I need my eat. Enjoy the rest of your stream and have fun around. Bye Pat Go. Bye Pat Go. Also no, I did not actually go to Switzerland. Sorry. Professional shuffler. Sounds like the second game you bumped into someone trying to sound cool. I got mercilessly, easily, simply decimated. So like I stood no chance there. I stood no chance whatsoever. All right, tell us what you warned us about at the start of the week, or I'll find you and play white and blue on you and rob all the fun out of the game. I gotta be honest, blue decks are really fun. Blue decks are really fun, LMVs, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait until I'm ready to talk about it, okay? Okay. We'll wait until after our next ad break to talk about that one, because that one might not be something that's super happy to talk about. Also, thank you for the tail pet, Swine. How are you? How are you? Switzerland will automatically deport Haru back to the States until he pays his taxes. So I have done draft before, but only with friends, and the friends that I did it with, one of them like talked about, oh yeah, I've done like 100 hours of drafts on Magic the Gathering Arena, and like it was kind of whenever I was playing with him,
It was like I was playing like red or something like that, the deck I was trying to build. And like whenever it came around to like one of his turns, one of his turns to like choose a card, he was like, and I quote, "Man, whoever, I could tell nobody's going red because they would be stupid to pass up all of these like super great red cards." And I was like, oh, I didn't know they were good. It's like I'm trying my best. It's my first time. So like I'm honestly a little bit scared to do draft because I think if I do draft, like I'm not going to know what is and isn't good. I'm not gonna know, and like I'm gonna end up with like an absolute garbage deck. That's why I've been sticking almost entirely to sealed, because I'm scared otherwise. I'm scared. How bad can it be if Harry doesn't want to yap less? Right? Should be business as normal. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I keep mentioning we should have a commander night in the LMP Court. See, I still don't know how to play commander. I've been shying away from that one to just play like sealed over and over because I'm scared of anything else. I don't know how to play commander. Has it just been sealed so far, or have you tried draft already? Yeah, I've done it like once or twice, and it's just not been... It's been kind of not fun. Even the bad like sealeds that I've gotten so far were more fun to me than any of the drafts that I've done, and I think that's entirely on me. Just go with the cards that smell the best. Okay, so whenever I played March of the Machines here recently, they had enough packs to do to do sealed with set boosters. Okay, so I have primarily wanted to do set boosters because they have a higher likelihood to have more rare cards in them, and so they didn't quite have enough for everybody to get all set boosters, so we all had one draft booster each, and I opened my draft booster and it was the most disgusting smelling stinky thing in the entire world, and I don't know why that particular draft booster smelled so like god awful. I don't know what that was. Have any of you that played card games ever like opened a particularly like stinky pack of cards? If any of you have ever tried like the jelly beans, the Bean Boozled thing that almost made me throw up here during my donathon, it smelled like how those smell. I don't really know why. I did draft once and got destroyed by a middle school girl. I'm sorry, Cookie Robot. I'm sorry. Land destruction is pretty scarce now. Nature's Revolt makes all lands into 2/2 creatures. Elesh Norn gives all of your opponent's creatures -2/-2. That's so mean. That's so mean. Blue is fun. Can confirm. I have not been buying any single cards because I feel like that is the pathway to spending a lot of money that I do not have on this game. So I've played a couple sealeds of Bloombro, because Bloombro is the cutest set in the game and I like it a lot and it's really fun. And so I've ended up with a lot of really good frog cards, and I have a like green, blue, white, I think it was, frog deck, because frogs are pretty fun. It's like a lot of bouncing your own cards like back and forth to get different like enter effects from them. I'm experiencing the higher ear ASMR from bed. This is where I shall lie and pass to sleep. I hope you sleep well, Sly. I hope you sleep well. The Aristocrats is peak magic. What is Aristocrats? See, I'm still very new to Magic the Gathering. People throw around a lot of terms that are still very confusing to me. I don't like mono blue, but I love it in combination with black and or red. See, I think my frog deck has unironically been my most fun so far. I want to build a mouse deck because I really like Mabel. She's super cute, but I was like lamenting that I didn't pull her in like all of the sealeds that I did,
of Bloomborough, and then one of my friends was like, you know what, I'll buy you a Mabel champ. So I had Mabel, and my pals that I was playing with allowed me to use that in the March of the Machine Shield that I did, and she gave me Cragflame, and that was very useful. Mabel is very cute. I won't face Mabel is very cute. Not the anime version, just the regular one. I think that's the cutest art version of her. I'm coming for you with my Esper deck. Your fate is sealed. What are Espers? What are Espers, I don't know what those are yet. Commander has the same rules outside of it being 4-player and having 40 life. Main difference is in how you make a deck. See, I don't fully understand, like, all the command zone stuff, and, like, it sounds like building the decks would be, like, really different by virtue of the fact that you have to take into account, like, all of the things that affect, like, multiple players and stuff, and it sounds like some of the stuff would be, like, super overtuned for multiple people. And it also sounds like I've heard some like horror stories where like Commander's supposed to be like a silly, fun, like people are playing it casually kind of format. But then you run into a bit of an issue where some people like take it way too seriously, and like they aren't very upfront about how their decks play and stuff. And I know there's supposed to be I know there's supposed to be, like, Wizards of the Coast came out with, like, a power level ranking thing for Commander, and, like, I don't know. Like, it seems intimidating as somebody that has never played it, you know? Some packs are really fresh. That's just the paper stink. Usually it's more player stink. You know, honestly, I think the single stinkiest thing I can ever think of in terms of like my fellow nerds that I've been to on face, because like I've been to like a lot of conventions, and like I go like now to like card shops and stuff like that every now and then. I think the single stinkiest thing that I have ever been to, and brace yourself for this one, on face, brace yourself. The single stinkiest thing I've ever been to, it's Smash, isn't it? It is not Smash. I went to Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest in Vegas one year, and oh my god, that was like, you would very often just be like walking through a seemingly like completely empty place, and you would just hit a like pocket of rank. It was so unpleasant. It was so unpleasant. And like being in lines was like it was like a 90% chance you were going to like enter a stink cloud while you were in that line, and like just being near and like behind people, it was not good. It was not a good time in that regard on One Phase, but it was fun outside of that. And like my local card shop isn't stinky, thankfully. Most people don't care if you use proxies in Commander, so you can have a lot of fun for cheap, as long as you don't go overboard with the staples. What are staples? Like super overplayed cards or something? I played a little bit of I think it was like Foundation, and I got some card that I heard people really hate playing against in Commander called like Krenko. He's like a little goblin dude that prints out more goblins. Any MTG event is going to smell absolutely horrendous, but not because of the cards. Paper mills really stink. Wait, do they? Do they? Commander is so fun. It's the only Magic I play these days. Maybe I'll give it a try someday. Maybe. The thing is, if you play any kind of control deck in Commander, everyone will try to kill you instantly. Bloomberg is an amazing set, really back to its roots fantasy kind of set, and it's so cute. And like I read over like the story of Bloomberg and stuff, and like I love it. I love it. I feel like I should read Redwall on One Phase. I Force of Willed someone's Commander, and I was worried he was going to leap over the table at me. What is Force of Will? I do not know this one yet. Play Slivers. I really like I played a little bit of was it Duskmourn? It was like the enchantment creatures. God, what are those called? I got a couple of those. I got like a cool white goat enchantment creature, and I got like a cool black snake dude. And those were, they both seemed pretty powerful. Aristocrats refers to a deck sacrificing your own stuff for value. Named after Falconwrath, aristocrat. See, like, that's another thing that's been hard getting into Magic the Gathering is like, a lot of people will use like terms like I am using this card that loots, and it's like what is looting, and it's like, oh, I think this is one that I think this is one that Sigurd explained to me. Looting refers to like some card that like I think it was like draw a card and discard, and that was like from back in like one of the first like 2 or 3 sets, and it's like, oh. Glimmers? Yeah, I think they were called Glimmers. I think they were Glimmers. Esper's white, blue, black decks. Commander's very different from Standard. Named after one of the shards of Alara. Esper only has those 3 colors of mana in it. I don't know what that is yet. See, I'm getting into it slowly. I feel like I need somebody to sit me down and hold my hand and guide me through like. How long has Magic been around? Like 30 years, 40 years, 50? I need somebody to sit me down and like hand guide me through like everything and all of like the terms I'm gonna need to know, and like catch me up on the lore and etc. etc. It's funny how newish Commander is as a format when you consider the entire history of Magic the Gathering. It debuted in 1993. Okay, that's not as old as I thought. I thought it was like 40 or 50 years old. Wait, when is 93? That's like 30 something. That's like 30-ish years. We have Tabletop Simulator and pre-constructed decks to work with to teach you how to play. There is a finite amount of fun at this table, and I want it all. Blue players. Canceling all of what everybody else is going to do in a blue deck is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Final Fantasy XIV would do it too. I'm sure some of the WoW ones were stinky too. Who would have thought Final Fantasy players wouldn't also be deodorant advocates? So, like, I kind of understand that. Because, how do I put this? A lot of the people playing MMOs are probably like, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean like this is just how like some people are. Some people like don't go out very much, and like most of their socialization is through like MMOs, and something like that comes up. I think FanFest is held like once every 2 years or so, and it's like you have these people that are like, okay, I have a chance to like meet and hang out with all my online friends like once for like 2 years, like in person, and like I can understand if you're not like out around people so much, like why you're like some people might let their hygiene suffer a bit, but I won't phase. I don't care if you are shut in. Wash your pits, wash your butt crack. Sorry, you got to do that. I don't care if you're just staying in your own home every single day, because like, for the most part, I'm pretty much right there alongside of you. I'm more or less a hikikomori whenever, like, I don't have, like... It has become a more recent thing. Like, my friends moved back to the area, a couple of them, and they've been dragging me out more often. But for the most part, like, I typically don't, like... I don't go out very much. Thank you for the head and the tail pat tie. Let me get a real quick drink on One Piece. Speaking of showers, you showered, of course, right? Since when? Well, like I said, I've not showered today. Force of Will is a free counterspell? It's a counterspell you can cast for 0 mana by exiling a blue card from your hand. I see. Like Llanowar Elves for green. Staple cards are, if you're running this type of deck, you run this card no matter what. Is Llanowar Elves that good? Like, I've seen them a couple times, and like, they don't seem... Like, they seem okay for, what do people call those? Like a mana dork or something? Where does that term come from? Where does that come from, I won't phase? Since 1887. I don't think magic is that old. I don't think it's that old. Lore is dependent on the plane. Yeah, but there's like an overarching story that like stretches across like multiple planes and stuff. And like I need to get caught up on that. Heart is making me turn to dust. Sorry, I'm not trying to make anyone feel old. It's not what I'm trying to do. Sorry. I missed the old days of Retro MTG website, and you had an MTG player card on it that had your ID, and they tracked all your games, and you got points. It is a special kind of vibe. Okay, the hourly ad break's about to kick in. I won't phase. Once we get back, we will you know we'll show off some art and stuff, and we'll have a discussion. Hi, Cobalt Gray. Thank you for the head pat and the tail pat. Sorry, it's time for our hourly ad break. I'll be back shortly. I love you, One Phase. See you soon. Hi. Hi, Elvis. How are you? How are you? How's stuff treating you? I have a nice ice cold drink now that will hopefully help keep the heat away. Good evening. How was your food, Dachi? How was your food? Noble Hierarch, my beloved. What is that one? What is that one? I don't know that one. Also, a question for you, Almonphase. I have an infection. I'm sorry, Scarlet Reaper. I hope it's nothing too major. I hope that clears up soon. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a nice Friday. Off work just in time to have a good cry. Hit me, I'm ready. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. So, before we get to that, like I said, I wanna like run through. I wanna run through all of the fan art that I have like saved and like ready to share with you guys right now and stuff. You know, you feel better if you take care of yourself. Yeah, that is very true, Almonphase. Therefore, wash in between your butt cheeks and your armpits, please. Mana Dark is just a term for a creature whose only purpose is to generate mana faster. Llanowar is good because you can use him to play a 3 cost on turn 2. That's true. That's true. Wash your yeah. Wash your special parts, Almonphase. Wash your special parts. My wisdom tooth is infected. It's not horrible. Just no health insurance. Always take care of stuff in your mouth, like, as soon as you can. Try not to leave that go, because that stuff is, that stuff is very much, like, connected very, very close to, like, your brain and stuff. So don't leave that stuff go. I've heard of, like, I've heard of like that stuff getting out of hand like very, very quickly. So try to get that taken care of as soon as you can, Scarlet Reaper. Try to take care of yourself. I forgot to actually do this earlier. I know this might be annoying to some of you. I want to really quickly, even if everybody isn't here anymore, I want to really quickly like thank everybody real quick that like subscribed back at the start. I apologize. I know this is probably going to be annoying for some of you, but thank you for the 9 months, Chef Hathaway. Thank you for the 10 months, Peter Jojo. Thank you for the 10 months, Tokai. Thank you for the 12 months, Rombimo. Welcome for, thank you for the 14 months, Doverman. Thank you for the 3 months, Puddin. Thank you for the 17 months, L. Thank you for the 3 months, Chillum. Thank you for the 100 bits, Disaster Millennial. Thank you for the 10 months, Sigurd. Thank you for the 3 months, Sam. Thank you for the 14 months, Fully. Thank you. Thank you for the 21 months, Cromwell. Thank you for the 2 months, Hal. Thank you for the 12 months, Vera. Thank you for the 14 months, DTW. Thank you for the 10 bits, Jay. Thank you for the 5 bits, Blessed. Thank you for the $5 tip, Ami. Thank you for the years, Hara. It's not years just yet. Give me 6 more days. Give me 6 more days and it will be years, plural. I don't remember whenever I did my first test stream, actually. It was... I think it may have been a few days before May 8th. I don't really remember, but May 8th is whenever I did my first, like, public stream. Actually. No. Go ahead and actually me. Go ahead and actually me. Alright, Almonphase. Let us pull up the art real quick. I mentioned my food earlier, but none of you saw. I was distracted moderating a Discord server. I don't believe I did. I don't believe I did see. I hope it was good. Let me see. So, our first piece of art here on One Phase. Our first piece of art. Did Hara do his news yet? No, I'm going to wait until after I show off the art. Anything more than 1 year is years? Even under 2 years? That would be like 1 year and like X amount of days. So like I wouldn't count that as years. But this first piece of art, this is by Peter Jojo. This is by Peter Jojo on One Phase. We have a couple here that are from Peter Jojo. And I like this one on One Phase. I like this one. I've got my hair tied up. Cute. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit on One Phase.
I have been gone for a bit, and like I have not really been at my computer a lot. If I like miss showing anything that you've drawn for me or whatever, I won't be. Please remind me, because like I'm very disorganized after the last few weeks. Like I'm super disorganized. Thank you for the head pat, Ami, and welcome in the caffeine diver. Make sure you don't go too hard on the caffeine, okay? That stuff isn't good for your heart. But how's your Friday going? Nice of you to drop by. Let me see. Our next piece, I won't phase. There's a whole thing to go with this. I didn't want to like pull this stuff up and try to play with it in the middle of stream. This is this was a thing that Mokoken got done for us, and it's you, Fizz. It's you as an ice pop. I thought this one was adorable. I thought this one was super duper cute. What do you think? What do you think, Fizz? This is one that Mokoken got for us, and there is a the eye needs to be sliding off. Like this, perhaps? Like this? Perfect. Yeah, I thought this was super duper cute. Hold on, Olivies. Let me real quick see if I can do the thing. Let me see if I can do the thing real fast. Let me put this in here. Oh man, this is absolutely gigantic. Let me put this in here. Oh man, I threw it in the trash can. Threw my arm in the trash can. Hold on, let's try that again. Okay, so we take this and let's move this over. Hold on, I won't phase. Hold on. We take this and we put it down here. And then we take this one. Hold on. Heart can manifest arms. One of my lesser known abilities, indeed. All right, check that out on One Face. Check that out. What do you think? Maybe we make them both a little bit bigger. Can we do that? Hold on. We'll make them both a little bit bigger. Oh my god, this is kind of hard to do. There we go. That kind of works. What do you think, Elvis? It's too far for me to actually bite. I can't reach it like this. I've got the lock arm and I can't move it anymore. Sorry, Elwomfies. It's not gonna reach. That isn't a real Elwomfie where you stuck the stick up the bum like Vlad the Impaler, right? I would never do that to one of you Elwomfies. I would never do that to you. Headcounts are truly incredible. You threw your what in the what? I threw my arm into the trash can. Elwomfies, whenever I have the ability to stick out my tongue, this will no longer be an issue. His arm is too short. Are you actually trying to eat it? No. If I wanted to, I can't actually take chomps of it. I'm sorry, Elwomfies. But I would never do that to you guys. I would never chomp you guys. All right, hold on. He thwammed his what in the corridor? Who did? I almost just ate my mug. Let me get a drink of my nice cold drink real quick on my face. I have a nice AC drink here. Oh man, it is so hot. Why you say it like that? You're the one that typed it like that. He thwammed his penis in the corridor. Look, if you type it like that, I'm going to say it like that. All right, mister. All right. Let me see. Our next one. This is also by Peter Jojo. This is long, Elwomfie. This is you guys whenever I hold you by the arms. What do you think? What do you think? It's it harkens back to simpler times. I won't phase. It harkens back to simpler times whenever we could enjoy the humble Long Cat, who is long gone now. Actually, is Long Cat still alive? Long Cat's still alive. Thank you for the stretch. Long Cat is long. Long I won't be as long. Kinda, I think. What do you mean kinda? We've been unsquished finally. Yeah, this is why I have to squish you guys when you pick us up, but we refuse to leave the floor. Let me see. What else do we have here? This one is also by Peter Jojo. This one is also by Peter Jojo. Peter Jojo's been busy. What do you think, Alonfies? This one was on a real blackboard. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. If you recognize this one, mayhaps send it in chat. If you recognize what this one is supposed to be. No, Kiba passed away 5 years ago. They were nearly 20. No, it's not Haru Happy. It's not Haru Happy. Is Nokiba a long cat? See, I didn't know the cat's name. Must have taken ages to color the entire blackboard white. I bet you think you're real funny, don't you? I bet you think you're real funny. I bet there's like 5 seconds on one of those medieval torture racks where the stretching feels incredible. Ah, probably, yeah. Like, imagine being hooked up to one of those things, but like they just stretch you until you tell them not to anymore. That would probably feel really, really good. Hi, Broly! How are you? Thank you for the head pat. Thank you for the head pat. I hope you're having a wonderful, excellent, amazing, stellar Friday. Long LP made me think of it. Let me see. Next we have, okay. This is not art per se, but this is one that our pal Sam printed off. I believe he said he was going to post it with, oh man, what did he say he was going to be eating that day? Like adobo or something, I think. Something like that. He said he was going to put me next to some kind of food that he was having. Neat keycaps. Yeah, I like those keycaps. I won't phase. If you're gonna be spending a lot of time at your computer, if you're gonna be spending a lot of time, like I think custom keycaps are cool. I'm not gonna tell you have to get them or anything, but like get some nice key switches, get a keyboard with nice key switches, and get some cool keycaps, and you are set. That is art. I won't phase. I like seeing them all printed out. I like seeing that a lot. Hello, cute, adorable, fluffy, wolfy heart. Hi, Broly. How is your Friday treating you today? I was gonna put him in chicken adobo, yes. See, I'm glad I remembered that right. I love seeing these all printed out. Custom Haru keycaps. See, that'd be expensive. But if any of you are ever gonna do anything like that, you gotta let me know, okay? You gotta let me know, and let me know where I can get some too. All right. How are you doing, Azure Wolf? It's good to see you. All right, let me see. Next up, we have some from Tokai. I don't believe I showed these off. Coffee keycaps, and I'm sold. I guarantee you those exist. I guarantee you. I don't believe. Wait, no, I did show this one off, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I showed this one off because this is me enjoying my my bento while we're on the train together. I won't phase. This is you know, we're taking a long trip on the Shinkansen. Hope you're having a good day as well. It's too hot and I've still got some news coming up. I feel like relaxing when you're here, Haru. I'm glad to hear that, Broly. And again, I won't phase. Again, I do want to like. I do want to let you all know, like, I don't plan to, if I can help it, I don't plan to go anywhere anytime soon. I don't plan to be running off just yet. Give me like another, I don't know, like 7 months, and we'll see where we're at then. We'll reassess things at the end of the year.
The heat is real. God, I hate the heat elevators. I crave the cold. But I thought this one was super cute. Look at the Olympies over there snuggling up together.
Which two of you are those? Call which Olympi you are right now.
Hi Violet. How are you today? Thank you for the head pat. How's Friday treating you? How's stuff? How are things? Next is another piece, also by Tokai, and
Me and who? Me on the far right.
the one in the ceiling, because someone forgot me there. No!
I don't believe I showed this one. Wait, no, I showed this one off too, didn't I? I think I did.
Is that Haru at the movie theater?
See, that was what I thought at first too, but I realized we're riding the Shinkansen. We're riding the Shinkansen. Nubby's a Wimpy Factory. Okay, so I played that a little tiny bit like a night or two ago on Wimpy's. I finally realized how to play it properly. I was able to get like full board clears and like get like over 100 times like the required like score and stuff. It finally clicked. I saw someone beat it. Yeah, I've beaten it like 2 or 3 times now. I finally understand it. It's just you take all of the stuff of the same kind. If you're taking things that do like X whenever you hit X amount of like pegs or something, just take all of the things that do that. Like obviously some are better than others, but like you just want to build entirely around that so you can take perks that synergize with that.
Well, what Haru doesn't know is that the movie is about to say kitchen hockey, and the food in his lap is getting thrown in the air.
You mean chicken jockey? See, I don't get that. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen that one. I don't really understand why that's like a thing. Yeah, I said the thing. I said the thing. Chicken jockey. Is there any more like context to that scene? Or is it just that Olympias?
Also, hi Surface Tenchi. How's your Friday treating you?
Welcome back, Haru. One of my hobbies is pronouncing Shinkansen to rhyme with Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Shinkansen.
I guess, kinda.
I saw the movie, the second he said it, a kid screamed it and jumped on my I suppose that child truly became the chicken jockey. I tried to prevent it. What do you mean tried to prevent it? Typical Zoomer, heckhound and whatnot. Look, I don't get it, Olympias. I'm not enough of a Zoomer for that. I saw this one this one funny image the other day, Olympias, where it was It was a gentleman manning the counter at a movie theater, and the associated text with it was, you want 2 jumbo buckets of popcorn, and you're going to see the Minecraft movie, all by yourself? Are you sure, sir? Or something like that. I thought it was funny. Robert, yeah, it's our guy. Robert, it's incredible. Remember to guard your popcorn from the Kinoplex Falcons, Olympias. Remember, are they Falcons? They're Falcons, right? I can demolish 2 large popcorns solo. I mean, if you're going to see the Minecraft movie, you're probably... There are probably some assumptions to be made there if you're getting 2 all by yourself, you know.
Hi, you're acting like Chicken Jockey isn't a part of the American cinema's most iconic movies.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Jack Black says Chicken Jockey right as he and Jason Momoa kiss in fireworks. Wait, really? Who's Jason Momoa? Is he like the big buff dude in like the pink shirt? Who is that character supposed to be like in Minecraft? Is that supposed to be like an existing character, or Alex?
Alex the name of like the girl model in the game? Or am I wrong? He's supposed to be Alex? That's Herobrine. Easy fix, only show the Minecraft movie on couples night. Jason Momoa is Jason Momoa. Hi Arcanus, how are you? Alex is the girl from Ha Ha Ha. Very funny, Mr. Username. Very, very funny. It's the same character. The redheaded girl? Why did they take the redheaded girl and turn her into a buff dude in a pink shirt? Huh. I guess that's a question that could be asked about a lot of casting choices in modern movies. Anyway though, I suppose I did show this off. This is Nubby's Awomfi factory, where you have to you gotta fire the Awomfi down to you know, make more Awomfis at the Awomfi factory, and they've all got different cute expressions here. Cause it's 2025 horror. You have to mind the blocks, Mr. Freeman. Serious announcement, soon. I'm going over our art. Tag yourselves, Awomfis. Which one are you? Which of the Awomfis in this picture are you? Half-Life 2 reference. I need to replay the Half-Life game sometime soon. In preparation for Half-Life 3, which is obviously coming very, very soon. You know, there's been all that stuff recently, and like Valve's been hiring like a lot of people for a single player game, and they did the whole big documentary, and they were kind of hinting at it, and like, you know, I'm sure we're getting it very soon. 1,000-yard stare. Which one's the 1,000-yard stare? I won't be. Which one's that? The $sign I won't be. The colon dash colon I won't be. It has Steam mod support? What does? You mean Half-Life? Half-Life 3 is real. I genuinely think we might be seeing it soon. I think it might actually be a possibility that we see it soon. Second from bottom, second from left. Second from bottom, second from left. The Z's. Hi guy, how are you? It can be modded now. I did it, and holy crud, the mods are all just anime. I mean, that's been a thing for quite a while, hasn't it? At the Awomfi factory, I know Awomfi is pressed every minute without stop. Yeah, and then a new one rolls out, and it comes out, and it's all like evil looking, and the guy working the presses just like shrugs his shoulders, and he's like, guess we're doing Awomfis or Adoomfis now, and that's just how things are. That's just how things are. What is this? What is this YouTube link? Let me see. Is this Chicken Jockey? This is not Chicken Jockey. These things, they take time. A classic. That weird Mike Shapiro tweet is the best evidence we have. Who? I don't know who that is. I'm the one that's either dead, sleeping, or drinking either coffee or something else. Probably the sleepy one. All right, Awomfis. Let me see. Next we have. This piece is by Must Broke. This one is by Must Broke. Oh, G-Man's... Wait, what did G-Man's voice actor say? This is another piece by Must Broke. Must has drawn a whole bundle of images for us on Awomfis, and I gotta be honest, Awomfis, I gotta be honest, I love Must's art style. He basically teased something. Ooh. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, that's your Adoomfi lore for the day. Let me blow this one up. Let me enhance Awomfis. Let me enhance. I gotta be honest, like, I have a hard time telling if this is digital art or if this is like actually like on like a piece of paper and then like scanned or something. Cause honestly, like these are. It looks like physical art to me, but. It's just pen style. Oh, okay, I guess that must have confused me, but Must art is super great. I believe I retweeted this one on Awomfis if you want to go check out Must's what do you call that thing? Twitter page. So I thought this one was super duper great on Awomfis. I love all of Must's stuff. I love Doom. I want to be the Adoomfi. You don't want to be an Adoomfi. Nobody wants to be an Adoomfi, okay? Doomphase aren't real. They aren't real. He made a really cryptic video where he starts talking like the G-Man. The last time he did something like that, Alex came out. Ooh, ooh. These things take time was 12 years ago. Honestly, they had some pretty cool details. How long have you had that arm asset? That is very new from the Awomfi Ice Pop that Mokoken commissioned. That is a very, very new one, and I don't have any other arms to go with it. I only have this one, and as you can see, it's kind of on there a bit funny right now because it's a bit it's a bit wiggly, it's a bit jiggly, but that's a very new one. That's a very new one. Last thing he said to me was, cringe, that I spawned in a train, but like. If you looked over the, oh man, what was that called? They had like the whole big documentary about like Half-Life 2 here recently. That was in the last couple of months, and it was really, really neat to see like some of their concepts that they originally had for episode 3. They had like a really cool like ice gun and stuff that would let you like build cover and stuff like that. It seemed so cool. I would have loved to have played around with that. They had like a big cool like blob enemy that was going to be like a central focal point of episode 3, and it had like really cool like robust pathfinding for like getting around to you and stuff. They had a lot of really cool neat ideas on Wolfies. They had a lot of really cool stuff that I would honestly love to see in like a fully featured game. Let me see. I don't think I ever showed this one off on stream. So a while ago we had the swimsuit art funded. I definitely showed the one off. I don't think I showed this one off on stream. This is the second one. I got this one off of Skeb. It came back. I thought this one was very, very excellent. And surprisingly enough, like I didn't like tell the artist to do this or anything. They both basically put me in the exact same swimsuit. I think I left the instructions for the second one like very vague, and in the first one I was like, hey, can you do the art like this other piece that you did? And like they basically gave me the same swimsuit from that one, but this person pretty much drew me in the exact same swimsuit, and I didn't ask them to do that at all. That was entirely on them. You need to drink more milk so your bones don't wobble? I'm not a very big milk drinker. I'm not going to lie, Awomfiz. I'm not going to lie, like, I don't really drink milk. I don't really drink milk just because, like, I don't like the aftertaste it leaves in my mouth. Alright, I love this art, and I love your model. I think at this point you need to remove the red stripe from your hair because everyone forgets it. Okay. The red stripe is not on my reference sheet. The red stripe is something that I only started like adding like every single stream here like a while ago. So like I don't blame anyone for that. I don't blame anybody for that. I might maybe go with it for realsies on my next model permanently. I'll think about it, but I do kind of like it. I made a thing, I made a thing that I posted up here on Twitter a while ago. Let me pull this one up because quite frankly, I was pretty proud of this one. MS Paint the red stripe. See, the thing is, I don't feel comfortable like editing my reference sheet like on my own because, you know, like I didn't draw it. So like I don't want to go like changing it. Let me see. Here, Awomfiz. I made this. I made this and posted up on my Twitter. They put me in Fortnite. They actually finally put me in Fortnite, Awomfiz. What do you think? They captured my essence pretty well, don't you think? They captured me pretty well. I think they got all of my most memorable traits in there. Like, obviously you can't see my tail here. I didn't look at the full thing of this guy, but I don't know if he's got a tail, but he looks really similar. He has the same like fur coat. He has like the gold stuff. He's got like the red. He's you know, a wolf guy. I'm just saying the coincidences. I think I could maybe take Epic to court. Just saying. Just saying, I won't please. Haru's bones are all squishy. I like milk, but it's probably not that great to drink. I think milk is supposed to be like really, really, really good for you. I believe. I think. Swimsuits are for beaches and sunshine. Why are you in a swimsuit at night? I'm in a swimsuit at night because I was doing a little bit of night swimming. You know, just sometimes you're on like the rooftop pool and it's like nighttime and you're just, you know, you're already swimming, and it's like, if you're swimming, you don't change out of your swimsuit on One Piece. I think you're the cooler Haru because the other one has jaundice and jaundice isn't cool. What is jaundice again? I have to go. My wife wants to go out to eat, so bye. Enjoy your food, and thank you for dropping by, Caffeine Diver. It was nice to meet you. It's very sharp. I never knew that was dyed. Yeah, this actually isn't like a regular, you know, all the time part of my model. I just added it. I love the highlight on the bulge. One Piece. I think all of the artists are scared to give me a bulge. Even like the few times that I've requested it, they have they've been scared to. They've been scared to add the. I forgot the red stripe. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's still relatively newish. We need the bulge. Maybe I need to start like requesting that specifically every time for this kind of art. Cowards! Side note for Haru in Fortnite. If y'all didn't finish the pass before now and change today, then you can't unlock Haru now. Sorry, One Piece. I'm gone. No, you don't. I mean, I think many of the Awomfis would appreciate that. Also, I wanted to show this off. I never actually showed you guys, I don't think. I posted it in the Awomfi card. Look at this! Isn't that so cute? So, in the other swimsuit art that I got here a while ago, they gave me the PSD file, the Photoshop file with like all of the layers and stuff, and I went and took a look through them because like sometimes there's like they'll have like the line art in there, or like they'll have like additional expressions or this and that, and I saw this in there and I was like, oh my god, that's so adorable. Awomfis, this kind of reminds me of Haru too. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys miss Haru too? Tell them a bigger bulge means a bigger paycheck. I don't think I want to tell them that because that very quickly could lead to dangerous territory. Adorable. I thought this one was so cute. I thought this was super duper sweet, Awomfis. I strongly love this one. I think I have an affinity, Awomfis. I have an affinity for, you know, tiny cute stuff. I have an affinity for tiny cute stuff, so this style is super duper adorable to me. I cannot tell a lie. I like Haru 2 better. See, that's a tough one for me. How up to date do you keep the art on the Google thingy? Remind me to update it and it will be done. How does that sound? If you need me to update it, I think the last time I updated it was here like 2 or 3 months ago, give or take. I'm not entirely sure, but this one's so cute. I kind of sort of wanted to keep rolling with Haru 2, and the reason that I didn't end up doing that, Awomfis, is just because like I was like, okay, if I get a live 2D model, like you guys are gonna be able to see me like more expressively. Like I could convey a lot of emotion with my PNG and stuff, but with a live 2D model, like you can see whenever I smile. You can see whenever like I'm blinking. You can watch me. Let me get a drink right now. You can watch me do that, and it's pretty obvious, I would say. Like those are just some things that I like about a live 2D that like you can't really capture with just PNG tubing, you know? Your new model will probably be a lot better. I need to find a designer to contact about that because my buddy that I was working with on my new design, he said he can't do it anymore for like this reason and that reason, so I need to take some time and find somebody that can
they can help me out with like finalizing the design before I send that off. That's due by September, and things are gonna start coming up here soon, and I want to make sure I have enough time to like get that all finalized and stuff. So yeah, I've got some work I'm behind on. Whenever I was gone for the, thank you for the head pat, Shuriga. Whenever I was gone for the first week before I got sick, so I've been gone for about 3 weeks now, and the first week I was gone, I took that time off at a very bad time, of course, at a very bad time, because I got sick right afterwards, and I spent a lot of that time getting caught up on like moving all of my VODs and stuff over to YouTube. If you haven't followed it already, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Is it this? I don't know if I have the right page. Oh, okay. Here is the VOD storage archive on YouTube. If any of you are interested in that, it's just Heckhound Haru VODs. That's where everything is right now. It's separate from the main channel. I have most things over there, and I still have quite a few to get over. I was trying to do that before before Twitch did their thing where they like deleted all of the highlights and stuff, and thankfully they extended the deadline on that. I have a little bit of time left. I don't remember when the new deadline is. I need to work on that over the weekend. I've still got like a ton of stuff that I'm behind on. It does not feel good. It does not feel good. I loathe that I got sick on one of these. That was 2 weeks I could have spent doing productive things. I keep saying you should have a model swap to Haru 2 as a redeem. Yeah, but then I'd have to run Haru 2 all the time, and I think he drains my resources some and whatnot. I was only subscribed to the clip one. Sid, thanks. You're super welcome, Pudding. You're super duper welcome. Did the serious discussion begin yet? No, we're still going over the art. Here's I don't know how else to say it except for this is by Tokai. This is Sperm Awomfi. This is Sperm Awomfi. May 19th is the deadline. A little over 2 weeks. Okay, that should be plenty of time. I hate this. Okay. This actually came from a discussion. This is Worm Awomfi. This is Worm Awomfi. WORM. Worm Awomfi. Hi, Cloud Carrier Raid. This is not Sperm Awomfi, but you can see how the confusion could be made. That's a ghost? That's clearly a ghost, Awomfi. What is wrong with you? Yeah. That is a spirit, Awomfi. That is a spirit, Awomfi. You can use Sammy/Mixitup to have it do the switch for you, so it just loads it. The problem with that is it isn't appropriately sized, and I need to do like a bunch of fussing around every time I open it up. Like it's not just a simple fire it up and it's done thing. Like, trust me, I am no stranger to stream automation. I have a lot of I have a lot of things that I've had to do like custom C# coding for, like on the back end for my stream. So like I am no stranger to that stuff. I'm no stranger to that stuff. I finally got me a burger and then came back to this. This is what's in the in the mayonnaise sauce on your burger. Awomfi plus. But this is Worm Awomfi, drawn by our friend Tokai. He's eating. So sorry, Hal. Sorry. Joke's on you. I had a barbecue burger. I have not had a barbecue burger in forever. Those are so tasty. Those are so tasty. People are eating dinner. Sorry. Look, it's funny to me. It's funny, Awomfi's. Alright. Coolwomfi. Wormfi? Yeah, that's an Awomfi. That's an Awomfi. Okay, Awomfi's. That's an Awomfi. Needs the worm rings and some shininess. I can see where the confusion comes from. Let me see. Unsubscribed, blocked, reported to the IRS. And a banana pudding shake? I don't think I've ever had one of those. That sounds like that could be tasty. All right, let me see. Oh, get a burger and also do your taxes. Thank you for that. That is over my face. That's over my face. Thank you for the dinner. Thank you for the dinner pudding. Thank you very, very much. I won't be burger secret sauce. If that is the case, I will probably go get some ramen later tonight or something. Takes a slow bite of the burger. Okay, I won't phase. I have a, is that new? No, that's been there for a while. That's been there for quite a while. It's just, I think it doesn't always fire off right or something, and it's kind of hard to test, because, like, if things just don't want to work whenever it comes to stream time, they just don't want to work. And that's all there is to it. So, you know, it's hard to test things in isolation. Like, there is a thing to make it fire off and stuff, but I think it shows, like, way more information on that than it does, like, on the ones that actually fire off whenever you guys get something off my throne. I don't know. But I do have a question for you, Amonphase. I do have a question. Are you the kind of person, like, feel free to say yes, feel free to say no. This is a no judgment question. Are you the kind of person, Amonphase, to get, like, grossed out if somebody makes, like, a joke like that while you're eating? That kind of thing never bothered me personally, but I want to know other people's opinions on it. This dog is a bait. I'm not a dog. Depends on the joke. What about the the mayonnaise joke? No, but I like to make others feel bad about it. Nope. No, I'm usually good. Just worried for your say-so image. I think that has been out the door for quite a while, unfortunately, and I don't know if I can get back there. Is the news over yet? I had to step away. The news hasn't even begun yet. We have one more piece of fan art. We have one more. I've been on the internet far too long to be affected by anything. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Let me see. Where did I store that? You can fight for it back. See, that's another thing is, like, it's tough for me to know what the right thing to do is, because, like, I'm not going to lie, like, I kind of want to, like, grow and get bigger, and I don't know, like, I've had some people tell me, like, they don't like to watch me because they think I'm, like, too prudish and stuff. I don't know, but anyway, here is our last piece of art, Amonphase. Here's our last piece of art for today. No. Before I started, you know, like, making as many of these kinds of jokes and whatnot. Too British? Have you seen his teeth? Hold on. This one's by our pal Vita. Let me zoom in real quick. Hold on. Here are the teeth. I've got pretty nice teeth, don't you think, Amonphase? What do you think? You can check out the bottom teeth there. What do you think? What do you think? Don't listen to rude comments. Har is the coolest fool. You don't have to say dirty jokes to be popular, Har. It's hard for me to tell. I don't have any data on this, Amonphase. Don't bite me. I'm not really, like, much of a biter, Amonphase. I ate sausage during the end of Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Eat sausage during it. You mean, like, just the plane crash part? See, I don't know. That's not like that like bloody and gory from what I remember. I don't know. Maybe it's been a while since I've played it. Maybe it's been a while. But you're my favorite prude. Am I a prude, Amonphase? I think I've at least gotten away from that, right? The surgery part. Oh, okay. All right, Amonphase. This one is by our pal Vita. I miss Vita every day, Amonphase. I miss Vita every day. What do you think? I like how flowy this one is. I like how flowy he made it, Amonphase. It looks like I've got, I have the thing to draw on screen. Hold on. Let me pull that up. Real quick. I've got these like lines over here. These are like the movement lines, Amonphase. I'm doing like a twirl here. I'm doing the Haru spin. I'm doing the spinny emote.
I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot.
Fluffy earballs. Alonphase, do you like the fluffy ears?
I don't know if I could say you were say-so or prude after getting hit with the MPreg discussion like 0.5 seconds after seeing you for the first.
Okay, we met each other, Hal, after the change started to begin.
One of the most popular streamers I watch is very say-so, to the point of being completely family friendly.
See, I don't know, it's hard for me to tell.
It's hard for me to tell. As long as you're being yourself and having fun, then you'll always grow. I mean, you do call someone in here Richard? Yeah, our pal Richard Rebuttal. I love that guy. Richard's great. Richard's great at Alonphase.
So, unfortunately, I've chatted your ears off and shown you enough fan art that the next ad break is about to start.
I'm getting all the phone calls now. I'm getting all the phone calls now of all time. What did I miss? You missed this guy, Tokai.
You missed me showing off this guy. You missed Ghost Alonphase.
You missed Ghost Alonphase.
3 hours, Zatsu. You're edging us the whole time. You can change the way you say that one.
Family friendly to me is where I can show grandma a stream. Would you show grandma my stream? Would you show your grandma my stream, Alonphase? What do you think? What do you think? Am I safe to show grandma?
No. That's fair. That's fair.
So maybe a year ago, maybe we can get back to that. You said creamed earlier, and then you tell me I should reword it.
Look, it needs to be a community effort, okay, Alonphase? If you want me to go back to the way things were a year ago, you gotta help me out too. You gotta help me out, okay? You gotta catch me, you gotta call me out on it. You gotta also be good yourselves in my chat, okay? Grandma likes people who pay taxes. I don't think Grandma's gonna have a great time here in this stream, unfortunately.
I can't show you to my grandma, she's dead. I'm sorry, Pico. I'm sorry. I hope you're having a great Friday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My grandma wouldn't get it. Do you mean, do you mean the whole VTuber thing?
See, like,
I think VTubing is like something where if somebody isn't already in like, you know, like anime spaces and stuff, it's a hard discussion to have. It's hard to like, it's hard to be like, here, check out this this femboy anime wolf boy that I watch with his melty wolf pop in his hand. Like, it's a discussion. Like, a couple of times I have show funny Kizuna eye clips, that should do it, right? There have been a few times where like I have had to talk to people that I've known in real life, and I have had to like relatively normal people that I know, and I've had to kind of like walk them through what I do, and it's been a little bit embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. Haru had to explain VTubers to normies. It was a little bit embarrassing. I don't call you a femboy, I call you Haru. I mean, it can be both, right?
If my grandmas were still here, I think they'd be delightfully amused by you.
That's sweet whenever you put it that way. Why is this cartoon talking to me? You know, I think that's something that like a lot of like older people probably wouldn't get, is like if you showed them like a streamer with like, you know, an animated like stream avatar, I think they wouldn't necessarily like get that they're being directly taught. Like it would take a while for them to be like, wait, how is this happening? Like how does that work? You know, my family has seen me head tracking for head tracking for flight sims? Wait, flight sims have head trackers? Huh?
How does that work? Do you like move your head to like turn your plane? But yeah, I don't know. You gotta ease them into it. You can't just throw them in like a baptism by fire. Say you're doing a radio show online. Okay. So one of them did not understand the concept of like streamers in general. One of the people that I spoke to, and the best, most succinct way that I could think of at the time was like, I basically told them like I'm basically like you know I'm more or less like a radio like a talk show host kind of thing. Like I talk to people, and then like we have a segment where like I'll play like games or something and like continue to talk to them over it. And that was the most succinct, like best way I could think of to describe it without getting like super duper nuanced in a way that would probably have taken a lot of time and required a lot more like clearing up and stuff. Tell them you're an adult entertainer. I mean, I do entertain adults, so not that out there to call myself an adult entertainer, right? Works for Ryota. I used to watch cartoons like Rugrats and Kids Next Door. Now I watch streamers like Haruhi Mizuki. What a time to be alive. Hey, I'm a little bit more mature than those, right? I showed my dad someone. They were confused. Yeah, that's a fair response. I don't know. Like, it's kind of a tough thing to explain to people that aren't like in these kinds of spaces, but I had to, you know, I like showed them like my model, and I was like, this is, you know, this is like what I do, and they were like, oh, that's cute. And I felt like there was a bit of judgment there, and I was like, oh god, why didn't I just like lie? Why didn't I just tell them like I was why didn't I tell them I'm a welder? That's nice, honey. It wasn't somebody related to me. It was not somebody related to me, but I should have just told them, yeah, I'm a welder. I weld people's doors shut so they can't get out of their homes. That's what I get paid to do. Yeah. Yeah, I do adult content. Less embarrassing. No, that'd be worse. That'd be worse. Some streamers just say I work in social media when people ask what they do for work, because it's not technically untrue. That is a non-lying way to put it, but at the same time, I feel like that leads to more questions, you know? The judgment stopped when I mentioned money. So someone walked in when your stream was on and was like, "Is this one of those AI filters?" Is what they said. You should have been like, "Yeah, it's a really good one, really cool one." You too can be you too can be Haruhi Mizuki channel. Everybody can be Haruhi Mizuki channel. I won't phase. How does your head tracking work, Haru? I move around and I move around. It's just that easy. I won't phase. It's just that easy. Haru, nobody would believe that. They wouldn't believe which part? In a first-person flight sim, you can have a sensor to turn your camera in the cockpit based on where you turn. Oh, that sounds really cool. I've only played a little bit of a flight sim. Tell them you play Mario on the internet for people. I'm an electrical engineer. You should tell them that you're hired for a radio show in New York. Those are pretty popular. Is there a joke I'm missing with that? Is there a joke I'm missing? I work from home for a tech company for their social media department. See, I feel like then they'd be like, oh, what do you do? But maybe for enough people, that would be enough that they, that would be enough that they're like, oh, okay. Did I miss the serious discussion? No. Hi, Garm. How are you? How are you? I weld people's doors shut so they have to pay me to unweld them. I am not a card, or I'm not a cat. I am not a cat. I love that video. I won't face it. Okay, it's time for the ad break, and once we're back, then we'll talk about the thing. See, I've
partially been putting it off because let me put this down here real quick. I've partially been putting it off because like I don't know if it's I don't know how talking about it's going to make me feel. So we'll be back after another quick ad break on One Phase. We'll be back after that, and we'll talk about things. We'll talk about things. I love you, One Phase. See you soon.
Hi. Hi, Allenface. Let me take a real quick drink here. Are you got into an agency of VTubers? Is it a 3-letter? I did not get into the. I am not the official FBI or CIA VTuber. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Allenface. I have to break that news to you right now. Let me get a real quick drink, and then we can talk about this stuff. So, oh god, he's the IRS VTuber. No. Do you think if I became the IRS VTuber, they would like allow me to not pay taxes? Do you think? No. No wonder he dodges taxes. No. Okay. So the thing, Allenface, is I had kind of a life-changing experience here recently, and it kind of also feeds into the second thing. So I've got like 2 things to talk about here. I think IRS VTuber would know more about taxes. I mean, I could be the official spokesperson for the IRS and like tell people to do their taxes without knowing about them myself. If you became the IRS VTuber, you could simply abolish the IRS. I don't think VTubers have that much power. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I had kind of a life-changing experience here recently, and how do I put this? It kind of made me like rethink what I have been doing and like where my life has been headed and stuff. And without getting too particular about like the details of like what happened or like when this was or like anything like that. Thank you for the head pat, Fully. I feel like I need to start like taking a lot in my life more seriously. Thank you for the head pat, Shiroiga. And it's something that had me pretty like dejected and put down for a while, and I've been kind of like thinking about hard graduation. No, I don't intend to go anywhere, but thank you for the head pat, Ami. I had a bit of an experience here recently in like the last couple of weeks, starting with taxes. Yes, I suppose I need to do my taxes. Thank you for the head pat, Chef Hathaway. Thank you all for being supportive, Allenface. Thank you for the tail pat, Ami. I had, you know, kind of like a course altering experience. Thank you for the head pat, Finbar. And it made me think like I need to start like maybe doing something else in addition to like VTubing or something, because I am in a situation, thank you for the head pat, Cromwell, where are you feeling the weight of the world a bit? An epiphany of sorts. And I need to kind of like figure out what I'm going to be doing. Did someone steal your heart? No, you don't have to worry about that, Allenface. And it was, how do I put this? I discovered something about one of I guess there's nothing bad about saying it. I discovered that one of my friends is like very wealthy, and this is a friend that like I've known online for a while, and like I finally like went to like meet this friend in real life with like a couple of other friends, and I was like very like awestruck by this, and it felt very thank you for the 2 months, Trapper Scout. And how are you today? How are you doing? I felt very like out of place and uncomfortable like visiting my friend, and it kind of made me like
reflect on what I am doing and what did I miss? So we're just now getting into the serious discussion part, and it kind of made me like reflect on where I'm going in my life and like what like I'm doing with things, and it kind of ties into the second thing too, where some other stuff has happened in the last few weeks, and I don't really know my home situation might not be like entirely secure for the future because of some other stuff that happened, and between both of those I don't really know like what exactly I'm going to do or where things are going to go from here, and I don't intend to. Thank you for the head pat, Ami. I don't intend to go anywhere. I still very much like being with you guys, and like you guys are important to me, and I don't know if I were to like entirely stop VTubing if I would be like very happy, because like you guys you do a lot to help me whenever times are a bit harder, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. So things will probably be business as usual for the foreseeable future, and I'll need to kind of figure out what I'm doing, make sure that I'm not going to end up without a home, and just figure out how I'm going to handle that alongside continuing to stream and be here for you guys and stuff. And I apologize for putting this discussion off for, you know, like 3 hours now. This isn't really something that I wanted to hop right into. Thank you for the 3 months, Pudding. Thank you for the tier 3 sub. And I don't know. It's something I've been thinking a lot about, because I know that it's something that might impact our time together in the future, depending on how things go. And thank you for the gifted sub, Cromwell. And I don't know. I need to think about things, and I've had a lot on my mind over the past few weeks, and I don't entirely know what I'm going to do or what this is going to mean for my streams or things between like us here in the coming like weeks or months or whatnot at Womfies, but if it is entirely within my power, like I don't plan to go anywhere, but I think I need to start making sure that I am going to be in a safe spot financially and in terms of where I live, because things are kind of uncertain, and I feel like the timing for these two things. Also, welcome in, Waidia. I hope you're having a nice Friday. I feel like the timing for these two things has been kind of good, I suppose. Thank you for the head pet, Shiroga. The timing has been kind of good, I suppose, because, It's made me start thinking more about, like, what I am going to do, and more importantly, what I can do as a NEET, because I'm, you know, not very... I'm not particularly, employable right now, so I need to start working on that, I think. And also, welcome in, somebody. So... That's the serious discussion, and I apologize for it taking this long to actually get around to me talking about it, because I wanted to kind of, you know, take things a bit easier and not have to jump straight into that immediately, and I figured that would kind of paint how the rest of the stream was going to go, and I don't like being... Thank you for the follow, Kiki Mofo. I don't like to be a source of unhappiness, or I don't like you guys to have to worry about me, and that's why I was kind of putting it off for a little bit. So I hope you can forgive me for that, and welcome in, Toma. How are you doing? Yeah. That's that. Where's your sad toggle, bro? I do have one of those, but here you go. That doesn't feel very... So, I still care about you, Awomfiz. I don't intend to go anywhere. I want to be here with you guys for a long time to come, but I may have to slow things down. I may not be around for a while. I might have to shift around, like, times when I stream. I don't know. I don't entirely know. So I've got some stuff to figure out, and I apologize again for also, like, disappearing for a couple weeks, and it's been very rough timing for me on all of that too, because I initially took the first week that I was gone off because I wanted to, you know, like, work hard on, like, all of, like, the VOD archive, and there was some other stuff behind the scenes that I was getting caught back up on, and then the timing was poor because I ended up getting sick, and it was, I think it was, like, right around, like, on that weekend in between the two, whenever I had the first thing. So I don't really know. I don't really know, Phase. And I appreciate you all. I care about all of you, like, so much, and I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. That's not something I'm particularly interested in. I think even if streaming is very, it can be very stressful on me at times, and, like, I worry a lot about this and that, and I'm trying to, you know, I'll always do better for you guys and for myself, and I don't know where that's going to put things. So that's what I had to say about that, and I apologize for being absent. apologize for drawing this out more than I needed to, and more than anything, like, I very, 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 very super duper very much apologize to you guys, because I know a lot of you were worried, and I never want to make you guys feel bad. So that's what I had to say. Thank you for the head pat, Finbar. And I think for the time being, I will try to keep things as normal as I can after this weekend. I think I think like next week will probably be pretty normal, but I'm going to need to. This is why I hope you can understand why earlier in the stream, whenever like all of like the tax stuff came up, I was like, oh man, I really don't want to have to do that this weekend. I hope you can kind of understand my mindset on that, but that's something else I probably shouldn't put off. So I'm super sorry, Alonphys. I'm super duper sorry. No need to apologize. It's something we wouldn't blame you for. Well, I feel bad. I feel bad about the situation and whatnot. So, I don't think... Hi, Cherry. How are you doing? You're wonderful and we love you. I love you guys too, and... Streaming has been a hard time. There is no way to sugarcoat that. You guys are very important to me. I don't want to give it up if I can manage not to. You guys, there have been a lot of days, I think I've talked about this in the past, where I have had like I've had a very hard day, and everything in my mind is screaming at me like, I don't want to be social, I don't want to be around people, I just want to like lock myself in my room and just lay in my bed, and I think the cool kids these days call that bed rotting. I wanna just do that all day, and I'm like, no, I have my own phase, and like I need to, regardless of how I'm feeling, I need to be there for them. And then I show up and I start talking with you guys, and I'm, you know, doing my thing here on stream, and it really quickly turns my mood around, because I very much like the time that we spend together. It makes me very happy, even if things can be rough at times. So I don't intend to go anywhere. If it is within my power, thank you for the tail pat pudding. If it is within my power, if for some reason I ever need to actually genuinely like go on hiatus or step away from VTubing and like graduate for some reason, I will do my best within my power to explain to you guys the reasons why. Like, I don't want you guys to ever have to worry about that. And thank you for the head pat, somebody. I know, I know that it's one of those things where that can be kind of hard to take that at face value, because there's a lot that could change if I'm put in that situation. And I just want to be as open and honest and upfront with you guys as I can. So that's what I had to say. That's what I had to say. And again, I can't apologize enough, Alonphys. I can't apologize enough. And thank you all for being here. I'm sorry I kept everybody in suspense. I'm sorry I kept everybody feeling bad. Let me take a look and see who we have online right now that we could raid into, because I didn't have anything else planned except for this for today. So let me see. Who do we have we can raid today? Now more than ever, I wish an across the internet hug was possible. Alonphys, being here for me, that means a lot. That means a lot to me. That really, really does mean a lot to me. I want to give you a hug. I wish I could do that for all of you too whenever you're having tough times. And I'm sorry for this too. I feel bad every time I get this way on stream. Let's raid, should I raid? Okay, I won't phase. I'm going to put this to a poll. Where do I do that? It's been a while since I've last streamed. Who to raid? Okay, you get 2 options here. I won't phase, okay? You get 2 options here. We'll run this one for 1 minute. Here are your options. Would you like to go see QB or would you like to go see Margot? You're allowed to express yourself any way you want. I have a tough time talking about the hard things, and I have even more of a tough time of doing these things that I think are going to make other people unhappy, which has been a struggle for me being in this space because I know being up in front of a lot of people, like I feel like I have a lot of responsibilities to and for you guys as a streamer, and I know if you've never like tried this kind of thing yourself, that can maybe sound a bit like overblown, overdramatic. Okay, we have a 50-50 split. I wish you guys would have made this easier for me. I wish you would have made it easier for me. What game for tonight then? No game tonight. I'm sorry. But I feel like, you know, I have a lot of I feel like I do have like responsibilities towards you guys, and like I want to be here for you, and I want to try to make you like as happy, and like try to like help out as much as I can within reason. And there are times where I feel like I'm not doing that, and times like these where I'm, you know, coming up here with things that are unhappy. That never feels good to do because I'm worried that that's going to make you guys feel worse. I'm happy you felt comfortable enough to share your feelings with us. It means a lot. I'm thankful for all of you for being here and for listening to what I had to say. Looking forward to the legendary shiny foil Alundra 24-hour stream. You TCG people like those words. Okay, I won't phase. I do have another question for you. Before I'll raid Margot, I guess. I'll raid Margot. I feel like she's not usually active during these hours that I can raid into her, and she's I think she's streaming with Fang today. I believe they're doing a collab. Thank you for the head pat, Cromwell. So here is my question. We reached the goal on the Donathon. I'm going to do a hand cam at some point. Would you like MTG opening streams? Yes or no? This will be another quick one. Oh, it isn't with Fang? Oh. Shows what I know. I just saw they were both live at the same time and made some assumptions. Always. Not voting, but no. Hi Kiwami, how are you doing today? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you have been well. Let's see them pulls. That was so fast. Well, I won't phase. So my thought process was, if I am going to do a hand cam stream anyway, and you guys are already going to, you guys are already going to know, like, what my hands look like and whatnot, I I figure if I'm going to be opening some packs like in the next day or two anyway, I could just buy them ahead of time and open them on stream for you guys. Okay, that is an overwhelming landslide towards yes. People might not have voted for it for the cards, but for the hands though. That is true. That is true, but I think I've ran a poll for like if you guys are interested in hand cams before, and it wasn't too far in the favor of hand cams if I remember right. I don't think. Would you be also interested in doing a cooking stream now and then? See, I've thought about doing a cooking stream before. That was before you know we hit the donathon goal of like a hand cam stream, and I'm a little bit worried about that because there's obviously like a lot of reflective surfaces and stuff involved in cooking, and also that sounds like it would kind of suck because then I couldn't eat the food that I made until after stream time unless I did that as like the very last thing of the stream, you know? Would that double as a house fire stream? Maybe if you're lucky. Maybe if you're lucky, I won't fizz. Let me see. Okay, let me start let's start raiding into Margot and just eat it off camera. Yeah, but then you guys are gonna hear all of my chomping and munching noises and stuff, and you know, that's a little embarrassing for me. That's a little embarrassing. Alright, let me see. Let us find, where is Margot? Where is Margot? She's in this list somewhere, unless she just ended. Which would be, oh man, she just ended, didn't she? Margot, no, it says she's still alive. Okay. TCG and hand cams are more unforgivable than saying sperm, probably. Hi, Sans the Ape. How are you? All right, let's go raid Margot. Thank you for the follow, Kazuma Cathode. I hope you're having a stellar, lovely, wonderful, excellent, amazing, super duper, great, wonderful, happy Friday. We love you, Har. Raid message. Heckhound raid, I guess. I don't have anything cool for today. Sorry. Horror healing stream. No. I don't know. I don't have a good one for today. And I'm sorry for the shorter stream today, and I apologize. I wasn't feeling like entirely ready to come back because, you know, this is not easy going from being a haha funny, smelly, neat to all of this that I, you know, gotta take care of now. I'm back raid. 8 hours Zatsuan. Maybe if you play your cards right. Next week, like I said, barring any unforeseen circumstances, I should be back as normal. We should be back on Monday. I love you, Olympies. I care about you a lot. Sorry to drop all of this on you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you then. Take care.